live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Elsewhere. Last we left off, we had decided to go to a party. And as you can see, we have a new person. Very exciting. So we're going to be introducing a new character to the party this week. Do we have a recap for these?
No.
Then we're just going to start.
Sick.
Okay. Everyone piles into the various carriages that have been lined up along the cobbled street to take you to the Andoran estate. It is evening at this point. The sun is beginning to set, although with the perpetual gray haze over the city, it's a bit hard to tell. The Andoran estate is not terribly far from the Penroses, but it is even further into the merchants district. What am I saying?
How dare!
Words are not my friend. Not today. Anyway, it's in the fanciest ass part of the city.
There we go.
And by the time you get there, there are already rows and rows of carriages pulling in. All of them are just far too fancy to be practical. And they all have extremely fancy steeds. Some are horses, but some are more exotic animals. Some have clearly been conjured for the occasion. Some are pure gold or silver. Some have been conjured to look like unicorns or pegasi. There's even one that was conjured to look like a very small dragon that is bright silver. And as you trundle on up to the front of the building, the estate is a sight to behold. It's less of a house and more of a palace. It has a graceful gray stone facade. The sun is setting behind it, and warm light spills from the massive glass windows across a flawless green lawn. In front of the house, a fountain carved in the shape of a beautiful woman with cupped hands overhead spills water in an endless stream. Dozens and dozens of carriages line the gravel path. Inside of the house is just as grand. The ceilings soar above you, gilded sconces glowing, statues and paintings and tapestries covering the walls. Your footsteps tap on the marble floors. Garlands and vases of spring flowers cover the walls and tables. Most of the activity comes from the ballroom, a massive round room with a vaulted ceiling and floor-length glass windows open to let the spring breeze in. A huge chandelier hangs overhead, sparkling with hundreds of diamonds as large as your fist. Golden vines wind their way down the walls and along ivory trellises, ruby and sapphire birds nestled among the silver flowers. Along the walls, long buffet tables overflow with food. Large chickens stuffed to bursting with roasted vegetables, tureens of mashed and roasted potatoes, tiny golden quails and vats of thick gravy, pots of stew and buttery pies, boiled lobsters on trays of lettuce, crystal bowls of jewel-bright fruit, strawberries drenched in cream, loaves of steaming bread and bowls of sweet butter, whole fish laid out with lemon discs, towers of muffins and cupcakes and tarts, what looks like the wares of an entire bakery, little powder pink sweets and macarons of all colors and cups of whipped mousse, and a cake covered in sugar flowers that bloom and close and bloom again. Little glass mermaids swim through fountains of champagne and bowls of punch. Animated caramel birds trill excitedly at passing guests, flitting between pastry trays. Spun sugar butterflies lazily flap their wings on a cascade of chocolate roses. A small orchestra plays music on a low stage, a pretty tiefling woman singing along, her voice magically amplified, her horns and hair festooned with gold thread and wisteria. Dancers in silk gowns and velvet coats stand in line, glittering under the rainbow refractions of the gemstone garden overhead, bowing to each other, then sweeping their partners into a brisk, graceful dance. A small overlook hangs overhead, pearl blossoms dripping from its railing, where those not interested in dancing or just taking a break lounge in velvet chairs and watch the crowd below. Others observe standing around the edge of the masses room, chattering in soft, cultured voices, flitting and threatening, and watching their competitors with sharp eyes, because this may be a party, but it's also a room full of the most powerful people in the city, and they didn't come that way by being passive and honest. You have arrived at the Andorans family ball.
Wonderful. I think this is a lot and very overwhelming. So, Lila is going to step in all aglow. This is great. It's exactly what she wanted. Immediately kind of freak out a little bit and just like quickly make her way over to some refreshments, you know, so you can do the awkward stand with the glass in your hand and sip at it when you need to.
Okay, you start weaving your way through the crowd towards the table full of drinks. Anyone else?
I would like to think Gabriel is kind of like being guided by the arm by Viva La Tea and is totally out of his element at this fancy party, very just like, ooh, and Viva La Tea is just like guiding them both through the crowd so they can go both awkwardly sip on punch.
She's a little nervous. She's probably a little clingy. Maybe gripping a little too hard on that arm, actually.
Yeah, and Gabe's not doing anything to stop that from happening, kind of reveling in it a little bit. Hey,
the punch is good. It's really good. It's fancy as fuck. And probably pretty potent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it spiked or is it like...
Fuck There's some bowls that aren't spiked if you'd prefer to opt for that, but everyone here decided, like, this will be better if we're drunk.
Perfect. And the music's like lit, right? It's bumping right now.
Yeah, it's pretty fast-paced dance music. There's a reel happening in the center of the ballroom.
Okay. So we're talking like a House of Pain, like, but fantasy, right?
More like the French court, but fantasy.
Okay.
Well, what instruments did you say were in the music?
There's a harpsichord, there's fiddles, there's a violin.
So you said like fiddles and violins, and I immediately was like, "Oh, it's The Devil Went Down to Georgia." That's what's playing right now.
More Irish.
Here for it.
The Devil Went Down to Ireland. I can dig what that take would be. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm feeling it.
The Devil Went Down to Fantasy D&D Ireland.
The Devil Went Down to Selvani.
There
the devil's been in Selvani.
Damn it. The Shadow Man.
Where is part 2? Sorry, go ahead.
One day. Oh no. Eglantine will sort of bound out of her carriage very excitedly, but also very nervous. And will probably avail herself of also some, like, some nervous drink or beverage or something. She will totally try to grab like one of the spiked one if neither of her dads will stop her.
Your dad spots you and is like, nope. Mm-mm.
Damn it! She's like, oh, sorry. Was this the one with the... Oh no, I don't want that one. I will probably just sort of... I'll probably be like whispering to kind of, I guess, Giles, like pointing people out to him, just like, oh, and that person is, I went to like a class once with them and they never came back, and then I saw them once at a party like 3 years ago, and like just recounting like any embarrassing stories or anything she can think of and stuff like that. It's just like spewing all the like noble house gossip at him.
Giles is trying to catch one of the caramel birds.
Okay, you want to make a dexterity check for me?
I do. I need to figure out how. That's the thing I should probably know how to do. Straight dexterity?
Straight dex.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay, you lunge for it. You think you're gonna get it. You think you're close, and you like lean on the table and promptly trip over someone's skirt, and you run into a very beautiful dark-haired woman in this bright scarlet gown. She's covered in diamonds. There's like grape-sized diamonds at her ears, another few at her throat, and a little diamond shape. And she looks at you like you're an insect, then curls her lip and stalks away.
confused by this whole thing. Are we supposed to eat the birds? I've made a fool of myself. I walk slightly sullen back to Eglantine.
You hear a little titter of laughter, and you turn and you see a beautiful human woman. She's dressed all in black, embroidered with thousands of tiny diamonds that sparkle like a sky full of stars. She's long ash blonde hair that spills loose down her back and perfect silver eye makeup. She says, "There's a trick to it. Would you like me to show you?"
I'm all for good old-fashioned learning.
Okay. She straightens up, smooths a hand down the front of her gown, and picks a little bird that is carved in the shape of a chickadee. And she holds up her hand, and she whistles 3 times. This bright musical sound. I'm not going to do it because I'm bad at music whistling. And for a second you think nothing is going to happen. And then 3 of these little caramel birds and a sugar butterfly that is bright purple and sparkling all take off from the table and flutter over and land on her. One is in her hair. The chickadee lands on her finger. One lands on her shoulder. And she offers the chickadee.
I will take it. And then I will not know what to do with it. So I'm just going to put it on the table, awkwardly, and say, I'm sorry, I'm Giles. What's your name?
Azalea. And she plucks the butterfly from her shoulder and rips one of the wings off and takes a bite.
Giles is slightly horrified.
Yeah, the butterfly immediately stops flapping.
I would imagine, yeah.
No, like the enchantment stops as soon as she broke it.
Yeah. I think it's less of the fact that he's killing something and more of the fact that, like, he looks like he's killing something.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a brutal sight.
I'll kill a Shadow Man all day, but give me a sugar butterfly and, I'll check it out.
I don't believe I've ever seen you at one of these shindigs before.
No, I don't believe you have. I'm from out of town.
Me too.
Oh, then you definitely wouldn't have seen me at one of these. Where are you from?
Not far from the Low Hills.
Oh, I'm from way farther. I'm from Tajdamani.
I thought I recognized the accent. It's been a long time since I've been there. What brought you to Azamara?
A letter asking me to come over here to meet Eglantine. Eglantine! Eglantine!
Oh, hi. Hey, Giles. I see you've made a new friend. Hi, my name's Eglantine.
Azalea. And she extends a slim, pale hand that has perfectly painted silver nails. Make a wisdom check, see if you recognize her.
Ooh, okay. Oh no, which die? I didn't think this far. Ooh, that's a natural 20. Thank you
Also,
very
insight
much.
check her ass at some point. I don't trust her.
You lock eyes with her, and her eyes are these bright, eerie, almost sterling gray. And you feel a little bit of ice go down your spine, because this is Azalea Shada, heiress to the Shada fortune, and not a woman to be trifled with. She has a certain reputation. Your parents have mentioned her before. They've been vague on the detail. People have whispered the Shada name with sidelong glances and caution for generations.
Okay. Well, I will just continue being nauseatingly sweetly polite because it's the best thing that Eglantine knows how to do, really. So, I'll just be like, yes, I'm sorry. I hope my friend here wasn't, causing any disturbance. I did see you take a bit of a tumble there, Giles. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You look nervous. I'm sorry. We came from. Where did we come from? What was the last place we were?
Shoot, where were we?
Blue Acre. Yeah, Blue Acre.
Yeah! I was like, shit, was that a different game?
Yeah.
No, that was it.
We just came from Blue Acre. It's pretty nice there. Eglantine's going on a little bit of an adventure.
You see a flicker of interest across her face. Oh, you've spoken to Emile.
Yes, we have.
Yes, she was very polite. It was wonderful. She gave us a wonderful tour of her library.
She's an impressive woman. I admit, I harbor deep envy of that collection.
Oh, it was very lovely. She seems very, welcoming though, so I'm sure if you were ever in that way, she would, be more than glad to give you a tour sometime.
Make an insight check.
Ooh, yeah, I want the gossip. Shit, natural one.
She doesn't really react. She just kind of nods noncommittally. You can make one as well, Giles.
Oh, this is definitely not my strong suit.
Glory giveth and he taketh away.
13.
She's really, really hard to read, but you sense a faint distaste.
Okay, so that tells me two things. One, she's very hard to read. And two, she does not like people that have a higher status than her. I don't know how I would tell this to Eglantine. I guess I'm treating this like a battle when it is a dinner party.
The same thing, really.
Yeah, I mean, rich people.
They'll eat you alive, man.
They rip the wings off butterflies.
Fair. I'm gonna take the bird and I'm gonna just kind of throw it into the air and hope it flies away.
Yeah, it does.
Candy one.
It flutters up and lands on a rose made of actual ruby that's set into the wall.
Ooh.
I'm not a thief, but I do really want to steal that.
You get the feeling that might not be a good idea. Considering there's definitely a lot of plainclothes guards wandering about.
Oh yeah, what is the security situation like? Because we have already been attacked once today, so...
It was really strong at the door. There were valets who were greeting people, and you get the sense maybe they were armed when they were helping people out of their carriages and sending them down the path. There were 6 guards around the door. 2 of them were checking invitations, and the rest were quietly and discreetly, but still clearly scanning for weapons and magic.
Okay.
Bit like the TSA, except you didn't have to take your shoes off. But since you entered, you haven't seen any guards. That doesn't mean they're not here. They definitely are, but they're blending in.
Okay. And then I know we brought Mara, right? That was the Penrose, I think, security.
Mara, yeah.
Mara.
And there are plenty of people. Almost everybody here has at least one personal security.
Oh, okay. All right. Just curious.
Yeah.
Lila is going to just casually wander over to she'll let Gabriel go for a second, and she will scoop up another glass in her free hand, and she will wander over to Eglantine and lean really, really close to her, hand on the shoulder, lean into her ear, and she will whisper something like, I hope you have a good time tonight. And while she's doing that, she's going to swap their drinks, so Eglantine can have one of the adult beverages.
Damn it, I wanted to be the cool uncle.
Cool uncle, what of it, Chris?
Damn it.
I'll beat Rosamund to the punch.
It's funny because we're drinking punch.
Hey!
So
yeah, she's gonna do a little swap, and then she'll give Eglantine a wink.
Eglantine's just giggles, and I'll drink my forbidden punch.
It's strong.
It is probably the strongest thing I've ever had.
Yeah, it tastes really good. but it's strong.
Oh, it's danger punch. All right.
Yes, very dangerous.
All right. I'm just like, oh, thanks, Leela.
Anytime. Just let me know if you want me to grab anything else for you. I wouldn't want to take time away from you getting to mingle.
Oh, not at all. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I don't know really what to do. Now that I'm here.
Well, I find for these sorts of things that having a drink is helpful, just to loosen up a little bit. And also having some friends. You feel better when you're in a pack. I don't know why, but you do. And then you just move as a unit to go do things and meet other people, and it'll get easier as you go.
Oh, okay, that's probably a good idea. It's probably not best to let, I guess maybe Giles at least wander off, and I, look back over to him.
Where?
Not a thief. Not,
Not a thief.
Why are you repeating that to yourself? Like you're trying to convince yourself.
Are you guys just having this conversation in front of Azalea? By the way,
I kind of maybe, I don't know. I was trying to be sneaky and pull her off a little bit, but if she's still there staring at me.
If you guided her away, Azalea knows enough etiquette to wander off.
Yeah, I sort of imagined we took a couple steps, away out of direct earshot, after the initial sort of hey, thank you, and then continued talk, just step away a little bit.
Yeah, okay, so she vanished into the crowd. There's actually, you see as she goes, there's always about a foot of space around her on every side. Everyone else, there's a handful of people in this room who all have a personal bubble, and everybody else is brushing shoulders.
Old friend of yours?
Oh no, I've never actually met her before. She was very polite.
She has quite the presence.
Yeah.
She killed a butterfly.
Who hasn't killed a bug?
But she was mean to it.
Did she pluck its wings first or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was candy? And I'll just point.
Candy doesn't have feelings, Giles.
Candy can have feelings if you really, really believe in it.
Does
But also,
Pip have feelings?
Pip is a bit of a different thing. But
Is
also, there are certain enchantments that can bring something totally to life. Magic is very confusing in this way. Well, Pip is a bit different because Pip is a spirit inside of a vessel. So yes, Pip does have feelings.
Do you really think the host of this party would put an awaken spell on their food just so it could feel pain when you eat it?
Well, the rich do some crazy things.
Yeah, I Sam want to say that.
Isn't that wrong?
I've been to one of these things before. I mean, I've been to parties, but nothing like this.
Well, don't get too hung up on the pretty decorations. I promise they can't feel you. They're just to show off how much money they have. They can spend it enchanting chocolates.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, you're supposed to be impressed by all the wealth they have, that they can just throw this away. And also, you're not supposed to take any of it.
I threw the bird away as soon as I got it.
That's not quite what I meant. I mean, you can eat the food. That's what it's there for. But I more meant...
Not a thief. Very much not a thief. I'm a librarian. Okay. I am not a thief.
Also, be careful with the explosives. I don't know what kind of parties you've been to before.
They don't explode. They disintegrate, okay?
The parties?
No. My vials of acid that I have on me at all times.
Either way, that's...
Did you bring those here?
No. Only a fool would do something like that.
Yeah, only a fool would, Giles.
I have to go put away my hair bobby pins.
Okay,
a
well,
safe
don't
place.
damage whatever sink you're gonna pour those down.
I don't know you. I just start kind of walking away.
Scurry, scurry.
Scatter, scatter.
All right. Let's jump focus for a second. Kieran, how's the night going for you?
It's probably fine. I imagine that Kieran is one of those people that has a large bubble around him, but of personal space, but not for the same reason that other people do.
No.
More just because he's a very large man. 7 foot.
Do you want to give a quick description?
Sure. So Kieran is a furbolg. He is close to about 7 feet tall. His skin is kind of a little ruddy tan. He has the shaggy blonde hair that kind of like comes down over his eyes which are very bright green. He has some braids of longer hair that kind of like frame down his face. They're done up with like red beads. He's very thin, like almost bordering on unnaturally so. But when he moves, you can see that he's actually still kind of built and physically strong. He has a simple, like bright yellow tunic on. Around his neck is just a necklace, a pendant that is a silver sun. His pants are basic road leathers, brown leather. Same with his boots. Over his tunic, he wears a huge for most people. It's about down to his knees, long brown coat. It's greenish brown, and on the back is a large red and yellow sun that has been stitched into the back of it. At his side, he has what looks to be like a spear that's about this long. That's kind of the blades at the end are kind of like in this kind of configuration, just 1, 2, and then 3. And he's kind of just at a table, just kind of like looking around, scratching his head. And if you've ever seen Highland cattle before, that's kind of what he resembles. They are like the cutest.
The cutest cows.
Yeah, that's where his
The
inspiration
floofy
came
cows.
from. That's the entirety of his inspiration physically. Just how
Does he have the horns as well?
No, he does
Okay.
not.
Oh.
Just the face and like the shagginess, and so he's got probably a cup of tea that is far too small for him.
Are you alone, you said?
Yes.
So Gabriel, Leela Batiste off talking to Eggy and Giles about the difference between theft and party favors. I'm gonna slide up to this shaggy boy and slide a cup of punch over to him, and I'm just gonna be like, "You look lost."
A little bit actually. To be quite honest, there was a lot of people, and there was the smell of food, and I
Yeah, there's
decided
way too many fucking people here. All right, you drink that, you'll feel better.
Oh, thank you very much. He picks it up and he drinks it.
It's that
Puts
good
it
shit.
back He's just like, oh, this is very strong indeed. My name is Kieran Volk. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he puts his hand out, his huge hand.
And Gabriel, who respects a good show of force and strength, does not just grabs your hand, but does the cool guy forearm clasp, recognizing one warrior to another.
Kieran definitely misreads what you want and goes in for the bro hug.
Yeah, sure. Name's like Gabriel Moonshadow. Yeah, great to meet you. I figured you kind of looked like me, a little out of place. Probably belong more, out back with the dive tavern.
there is I'm fairly new in town. I've only been here for perhaps 1 day so far.
Oh, well, that's amazing because I'm new in town. Got it. Actually, I guess you could say I'm revisiting, reporting to my PO. I guess you could call it that. Anyway, I'll get you introduced to my friends here, so you maybe, hopefully, feel a little less lonelier.
That is very kind of you. It seems to be a much fancier party than I was expecting. I kind of just wandered in. No one told me I wasn't supposed to be here, so I started eating and enjoying myself, and no one has told me to leave.
You know what? Why don't you stick around? You're with me.
Very well. It is good fortune that I met you today, then.
And I'm gonna lean in. It's not like you need to feel guilty. They've got way more food than they could ever eat here.
Guilty? Why would I feel guilty?
I don't know. Well, I have a strange sense that one of my compatriots is feeling really bad about eating some of this food. Just call it intuition.
Strange. And here puts food on the table for all of us to be eaten.
Yes, that's right. Hey, Balinor, get over here.
Bellinor is dancing with some elderly woman across the hall.
Damn it, Balinor.
I haven't practiced my accent. There it is. Hey, everybody.
Who's this?
This is a lady. You know, she will introduce herself. I do not need to speak for her.
Hold on, I have NPCs.
Oh,
There's a lot of them now.
A progressive man.
It's a small halfling woman with dark skin, short brown hair streaked with silver. She sticks out a hand. She's McKenna. McKenna Lightstep.
Gabriel Moonshadow. A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lightstep. Balinor, I want you to meet this here Kieran, and could you keep him company for a while? I don't know where Viva La T went, and I'm starting to get nervous because I don't know what to do with these things. And he's crashing this party, and I don't know what to do.
Well,
all right, it was great talk, buddy.
I am right at home here. Well, Miss Lightstep, it has been a wonderful dance. I hope to see you later. I am apparently now babysitting, so...
Nice to meet you, too. She gives you all kind of a perplexed look, and then wanders off.
I hit Gabriel. Damn, dude, I really had something going. All right, anyways. Hello, I am Bellinor.
My name is Kieran. Kieran Volker.
It is a pleasure to meet you. This is my compatriot Gabriel. You've already met. What is going on? Why am I not dancing?
You are perhaps talking to me, and that is why you're not dancing?
Ah, very smart. Okay. Well, Gabriel, you go find the Lavati. We'll be fine, I'm sure. We'll get on like good pals.
Yep, and then Gabriel's just kind of like laughing as he gets away, as he's running away. Cool, I don't have to talk to them. And now I can go.
I really want to cast Lightning Lure at Gabriel and pull his ass back.
His true intention is actually he wants to go sneak off for a dance, but he doesn't want to admit it to the boys.
I'll be watching.
So, Monsieur Moonshadow tells me that you are returning here for this party?
Oh no, this is my first time. He's been here before. We actually just met not long ago. Not long at all, a few days actually. So, yeah, that's about all I know. Gabriel's a mysterious guy.
People form groups very quickly around here.
Yes, well, some people have bonding experiences early on.
Ah, yes. I've only lived with so many people in my life, so there has not been much time for that after leaving home, the monastery, and traveling.
And how long have you lived, friend?
How long do you live? Really long.
Let me check my notes.
It's like they reach adulthood in their 30s and they can live to like 3 or 400 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do
they
not
live
have
for a
to
long
answer me
time.
now.
I believe it is. It has been a long time since I've kept track. Perhaps 35 years
Huh.
at this point.
I remember my 30s. Wild time that was.
Perhaps you would like to regale me of it.
I will do that as we pan away.
All right, well, we'll pan over back to Gabriel, actually. Gabriel, as you start making your way back to Leela, make a dexterity check for me real quick.
Dexterity check. Oh, jeez. 18.
You're walking, you kind of have like a single-minded focus, and you actually hear not raised voices, actually unusually low voices. Two people basically hissing at each other before one of the participants in the conversation throws up her hands and wheels around, and she's upset enough she's not really paying attention, and you very narrowly avoid running into her.
Would I be able... Sorry, continue.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if I could recognize the language they're speaking.
It is...
I can speak Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Let me check.
I love my multilingual characters.
I should list the races of these people more clearly. It's Elvish.
Yeah, so I could understand that. Elvish was probably the first language I actually spoke.
Yeah, sharp words. You get the sense from their conversation they're sisters.
Okay.
They're arguing. One of them, the other participant, not the one you ran into, has very curly brown hair, twisted up on top of her head, and is wearing a dark sapphire blue gown. And it sounds like she was telling her sister that she needed to be careful, and that she was gonna get them into trouble.
All right, so as like we almost run into each other, and I stop deftly, kind of taking like a weird back step that would be almost impossible to pull off by regular human beings. He's just kind of like, "Oh, sorry, I almost ran into you there. Just tunnel vision. My apologies."
My fault. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. And you take her in. She's eye-catching. Not for what she's wearing. Actually, what she's wearing is oddly simple for the party you're at. In any other situation, it would be incredibly extravagant. But here, it's oddly simple. It's this long, silk, pale blue gown with sedate pearl earrings and a string of pearl necklace. She's not exactly pretty, but she has dark eyes that flash, and she has a very charming smile. Curly, dark hair, a pale, solemn face. It's the way she holds herself that catches the attention. She is very confident, planted. Her shoulders are set and her chin is high, even though she almost tripped.
I also want to note that I am speaking in Elvish to her. Again, because that is the first language that Gabriel spoke.
So she replied in kind.
Okay.
Excuse me, Dora. She holds out a hand.
Gabriel, and I do like the a light handshake, not what I gave my boy Kieran back there.
I don't believe I've seen you at one of these before.
Yeah, I don't usually go to these kinds of things. Not really my forte, nor am I very wealthy. And I mean, yeah, I'm not a noble from around here. I'm new in town. You come here often?
You could say that.
Mm.
So if you're new, how did you get in?
Oh, I'm friends with Eggie. Points at Eglantine. You could say I'm like her bodyguard. You know, her parents kind of appointed her a new bodyguard because she has a nose for getting in trouble. You know how she is.
I see.
She's kind of the worst, right?
If you'll excuse me.
Oh, I was just kidding around. I'm sorry. You have a lovely evening. Bye.
over
Thank
with
you.
Kieran. I'll be like, and Gabriel is in love with the Eglantine, but he doesn't want to admit it, and neither does she. They are very flirty.
Oh my god, no!
I definitely can understand from the way you explain things. I can definitely see them, but I wonder why they can't see it themselves.
I do not know. Not everyone is as wise as you and me, friend. And I'll just kick back in the chair. Also, there's a little thing going on between Gabriel and Lilavati. They kind of know each other from past, like, longer than the rest of us, but they don't want to talk about it either. So nobody tells Bellinor anything. Bellinor just has to figure it out all on his own.
I like to imagine Bellinor just like leaned back with his sleeveless tux, holding out like an empty wine glass. And
I literally
some,
am.
Server comes by and like pours it. Well, no one tells Bellinor anything.
That's
Bellinor-
literally what's going on.
I feel like Bellinor is the kind of person who wears one of those tuxedo T-shirts.
See, that's what we said, yeah.
A lounge chair materialized out of thin air for you to kick back in.
Yes, emotions are strange sometimes, especially when you don't want to talk about them.
That is true. I guess maybe one day they will talk about them. Hopefully soon.
If you'd like, sometimes it is easier for strangers to get to the heart of things.
That is a wonderful idea. Maybe you go up and you say, "Oh, is that your partner?" to one of them, and then we see their faces get all mad and squinched up.
That is not perhaps the reaction I'm going for, but it could be entertaining, I suppose.
Yeah, you seem like you like fun, Kieran. I'm sure you'll figure something funny out.
If you say so. This party is a thing that happens often around here?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm from very far away.
Oh, I see. I'm very much still not used to this town, so I don't know exactly what goes on here and what doesn't on a general basis.
Me either. I was at some rich people's house today, and then I went and I stole a carriage with Gabriel, and then we picked some flowers from Lilavati's yard to give to her herself, which was, now thinking about it, probably not appropriate. So I've had a day as well. Oh, and we fought some shadows. That about sums it up. I'm kind of losing my accent as we go. I don't know what's going on.
You have fought some shadows. Do you mean you perhaps were delving into yourselves to find your emotions and try to sort them out, or?
That is exactly what happened, Kieran. Very, very astute. And I'll just kick back for more wine.
Mother always told me I was a sharp little cow.
Uh-oh, we lost somebody, but that is accurate.
Gabe Rage quit the party.
Back.
No. Alright, I got it. You go ahead. Skip to me. Get off of me.
Alright, ladies and Giles, how is it hanging in the corner over there by the refreshments?
How's it hanging?
Yeah, how's it going? I'm really fucking tired.
It's one of those sessions, everyone. I think we're all in like a rare spirit today, to be honest. I know I'm in like a mood.
I am in one deservedly, so I will admit it. I deserve my mood. Oh, I can't.
I deserve this.
Hey, I do.
Eglantine is still drinking her illicit punch, and is probably already like a little like loopy from it just because she's not used to like hard liquor at all. Not like, irresponsibly or like, super noticeably or whatever, but Eglantine's a little extra fun right now, maybe.
Speaking of irresponsible, Lila's gonna go ahead and shoot the rest of hers.
Nice.
And just grab another one for sipping on. And I think she's gonna make her way out into the crowd. She hasn't talked to Bellinor since we've come in, and then he just kind of wandered off with Gabriel.
And some old halfling.
Did you spot Gabriel's faux pas? I'll leave it up to you to decide if you're keeping an eye on him or not.
I think enough time had gone on that there's a chance that she might have. She wasn't watching him in particular, but she might have spotted it. I don't know if she'd overhear it necessarily because it is a crowded party, but maybe she saw her looking really kind of awkward and like she wanted to get away.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Right. 9.
No, you missed it. I mean, you might
Okay.
have like seen a slight ripple in the crowd, but that's about it.
All right, then she's just gonna kind of make her. She's not really seen anybody. So she's just gonna kind of make her way out into the crowd, do like some very basic like greetings to people that she knows in town, and just kind of look for her friends who have ventured away from the wall.
Okay. Yeah, you run into some people you've met before. Actually, you get asked to dance a fair few times.
She'll do that.
All right.
That's why she's here.
The first person to ask you to dance is actually someone you recognize, though you haven't really like hung out with them before. They're a bit more important in the social strata. It's Arthur Andrin. He is short, dark hair, dark skin. He's dressed all in gray. He's slightly rumpled, but in a way that is kind of attractive. Like his hair is a little bit ruffled, his coat's a little bit askew, and when he smiles at you, it's crooked. And he's a very good dancer.
Okay. You said, was it Arthur or Arthur?
Arthur.
Arthur. Okay.
And the Andrins are one of the premier families.
Yeah.
This is their party.
She knows who the Andorans and she's not turning down the dance. She's like, oh, where
No.
Gabriel? Oh. Let me set down my tree. You want to dance? Yes, we will. Yes, we will do this.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm here with. Oh yeah, we can.
Bellinor runs up and holds her drink. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
He sweeps you up into the dance and he smiles. He says, I think I recognize you, but I can't place you, which is a shame because I have so rarely seen such beauty.
Really? I mean, I've seen plenty of you around town. My name's Lilavati. You probably know my parents better than you know me.
He chuckles. He says, admittedly, I don't pay all that much attention to the dealings of my parents.
Well, maybe that's for the best then. If you're not involved in your parents' dealings, then what do you like to be involved in?
Fun. And then he spins you out and seats you back in.
What kind of fun are we talking?
Oh, anything really. Dancing with beautiful women is certainly at the top of the list.
I can agree that that's a good time. Anything more adrenaline pumping?
I've been on hunts a fair few times. Boating. My cousin and I recently sailed out into the archipelago hunting pirates.
Oh. Any exciting stories?
A few. And he launches into a grand tale of an escapade where his cousin and he and one of his sisters went after a known vagabond who caused trouble along the eastern coast. And he goes into detail about this epic sword fight on the prow of the ship. And you get the feeling he's like definitely exaggerating this story.
Is there
maybe
any truth to it, or is
the
it
bear
just
bones definitely happened? Like he knows enough to have clearly been to the archipelago before, and you get the sense like he's strong. And the way he talks, he's clearly been in a fight before. He knows how to use a sword. He probably hasn't actually caught any pirates on his own. He was probably there with some form of law enforcement. Who did most of the heavy lifting. But it's a good story.
I see. Oh, you're about ready to go after Tam Silver then, it sounds like. All the experience you have.
Well, I'd certainly get plenty of praise if I brought her in. Unfortunately, she's good at what she does.
Yeah, you don't do the things that she does and stay hidden if you aren't good at it.
True. I've actually met her. She's good fun.
Oh,
When she's
really?
not smuggling.
How do you meet Tam Silver?
Well, as I said, I've traveled to the archipelago before. Occasionally she's hired as a guide.
She didn't give you any trouble?
No? Good singer, good dancer,
Interesting.
always knows where the best booze is.
One of my friends over there, and on one of the spins, she'll kind of point out Giles. I think he said he'd worked with her in the past, made some equipment for her. Something
Yeah,
about
I wouldn't
gloves?
be surprised. She's always pulling out weird gauntlets and devices, tricks up her sleeve.
Oh, well, those might be from him, actually.
I'd be
Pretty
impressed.
clever.
Maybe I'll speak to him about a commission.
He'd probably like that. He, seems like he would like to have more money, probably, but he is not a thief, so that limits your opportunities for
Well.
getting your hands on coins.
I have plenty.
So
You'd probably be good friends then.
Giles right now, out of boredom, is one, eating a bunch of sweets to console himself after his faux pas. And two, he's like looking at Pip and tinkering with his rat, which he still has for some reason, even though I don't think I can use it anymore because it's been more than 24 hours. But he's trying to like figure out what went wrong to try to like make better stuff in the future. And I think probably right now, Pip is flying around at the birds to kind of see how they move. Because they're artificial birds that shouldn't be able to move as well, so he wants to see like how are they moving and try to replicate that.
At first they seem like they move in a very lifelike way. Their actual physicality is very real, but after a few minutes of watching, you realize they follow the same pattern over and over and over again.
But are they levitating or are they actually flying?
They're flying, but I mean it's magic, but I mean they're beating their wings.
And the beating of the wings is like pulling them up, right?
Seems like a mix of both.
Okay. Because normally things
They're
that follow
they're
those
probably
stuff.
too heavy to fly on their own merit, but they are moving and acting like a real bird would.
Okay. So that's just kind of that's my way of saying that like I'm tinkering with stuff while they're talking about him tinkering with stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Lila will go ahead and finish out her dance with him and then give him a curtsy. Assuming he doesn't ask for a second dance, he probably has plenty of ladies to dance with.
He'd actually try and get you to dance again.
Okay, yeah, she'll do another. She's fine with two. I think a third. She'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, three. He may be a rake, but he is still a noble. He knows the etiquette. 3 is too many. Also, he's like, my sister is definitely watching.
Yeah, you don't want to have too much repetition in the dance card. It doesn't look very good in the old scrapbook at the end of the day.
It just means my sisters are going to bully me.
Why would they bully you?
Oh, they're always getting me to try and settle down.
Well, I think you're bigger than they are, so if they get too sassy, just hold them upside down for a while.
Ha! Try that on Talia. I dare you.
It's a thought. Just some inspiration for you.
I'll keep it in mind. And he'll let you go find Gabriel.
Yeah, so after the second one, she will try to get her bearings again, look back over to see if Eglantine and Giles are still there or if they wandered off. She's just trying to figure out where her friends are at this point. They've separated the party at the party.
Yeah. Giles is still chilling by the refreshment table. Eglantine is... I don't know, what's Eglantine doing?
Eglantine had probably been sort of like trailing with Lilavity for a bit. But after like she was getting like asked to dance and went to go do that, Eglantine would have probably just kind of wandered off looking for probably Belenor. Just because Leela had been like, you should find friends when you're awkward at a party. And he's like, I need that. So
there's more than a few people who would also ask you to dance if you would like to.
oh my.
Oh no.
Oh, Eglantine would totally be like bright pink and like accept. She's probably never actually been asked to dance anywhere before. It's just like her books.
All right. Just like the books, huh?
Are they
Make it
shirtless?
Orbert. Make it Orbert. Make it Orbert.
More Urber.
At a tall, broad-shouldered, half-elven man with long, dark hair and bright blue eyes approaches you. He has white flowers in his hair. He extends a hand. He's like a good foot and several inches taller than you.
Oh. Yeah, Eglantine is just like her punch goes right to her cheeks and she's just like bright pink and she's like, hi.
Hello. Would you like to dance?
Yeah, that would be really nice, thank you.
Certainly. A beautiful woman should not be without an escort, no?
Thanks.
And he offers you an arm and guides you onto the dance floor. How good is Eglantine at dancing?
Oh man, I don't know. Her dex is not great, but like she would have probably like been taught at least stuff like as part of her tutoring. Like her dad's wanted her to make a good marriage, so
Okay, so you don't have like a natural grace for it, but you've trained enough that you know how to do the basic dances. The man you're dancing with is a very good dancer. He's extremely graceful as he guides you across the floor. It's clear it's a combination of this natural half-elven balance and a lifetime of training to be a member of the court.
Okay, I'm probably like trying not to say any of the number, like counting steps out loud. Just like N1 and oh shit.
He actually, on some of the spins, he actually like puts his hands on your waist and scoops you up, so you're like an inch in the air on the spin.
Oh my. Yeah, Eglantine is very excited about this. And she'll, make sure to actually get this guy's name because she hasn't done that yet. So she's like, I'm Eglantine, by the way, at one point.
A pleasure to meet you. I am Rainan Kaelina.
Rainan?
Rainan.
What was the last name?
Kaelina. Kaelina.
Oh man, that was actually how I was writing it out. Nice. Do I recognize the name?
You do. You've definitely heard it before. You think your parents have probably bought some stuff from them. They are art curators, and they deal in oddities and eccentricities and imports. Perhaps sometimes not the most legal of imports.
Okay, I probably don't know about that though.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Super legit.
You for sure.
Yeah, so I'll just be like at some point, so I have to admit this is kind of my first time at one of these events. Thank you for inviting me to dance for it.
He smiles. Certainly. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but I could rather tell you were a bit out of place.
Yeah, I'm, still getting the hang of these larger kind of social, gatherings.
They can be intimidating the first few times, I understand.
Just a little bit. There's a lot of people here.
Yes, it's very crowded. But I find that after a while they can be quite fun.
Oh, well, it's been very nice, so far everybody's been very polite.
Yes, manners are a must.
Oh yes, I mean, it's very important. I I know it's something very important to my dads, and I'll sort of glance around and see if they're like staring at me, probably. Like I'm just picturing like helicopter parents like watching.
Yeah, Lysander is like watching you, and your father's like, be subtle, be subtle, be subtle.
I'm just like, yeah. So I know that your family really likes art collecting, and I'm just wondering if maybe you've gotten any interesting new pieces lately.
He lights up. He says, "Oh yes, we have recently brought in this gorgeous tapestry from Taj Damani. I had to go procure it myself. It is amazing." And he launches into this long history of this tapestry they got that was recovered in an excavation on the southern tip of Taj Damani.
What does it depict? What sort of art is on it?
Well, it seems to be an image from the war. It is a depiction of the splitting of the continents. Let me check my lore. Hold, please.
Making you dig.
Yep. Who did the splitting?
And Kieran, that brings us up to age 32. I have many more adventures to tell you. Please continue listening.
Yes, of course. It is more than I was doing when I first came here. There's only so many camel birds one can eat before one gets tired of them.
I will launch back into my stories.
It is a depiction of the Selena sealed Zerelia below the sea with Anira.
Oh wow, that must be absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is breathtaking. The way the three moons in the sky line up and they shine in silver, it is incredible.
Oh wow, is that going to be displayed somewhere, or is that going into your family's collection?
I believe we have a private individual lined up to purchase.
Oh well, they sound very lucky.
Yes, well, Emil is one of our most generous clientele.
Oh, Emil Blueacre.
Yes, she tends to purchase many of the fine works. She seems to have a fascination with the war.
Oh my goodness, I must have seen some of them though. I actually just came from that way.
Oh, then I'm sure you did. We have dealt her in tapestries and maps and the old archaeological finds.
Oh wow, my goodness. There was a gorgeous framed map up in the library. That must have been yours. And I'll just, I don't know, just describe some like really pretty like framed set thing I saw that I would have noticed in a library.
Yes. So yeah, definitely some of the things you describe are something that he had a hand in procuring, or he mentions that his sister maybe got a hold of them.
Amazing. Yeah, Eglantine is just like totally into hearing this guy talk about himself so much, because she's just like, haha, I don't know what else to say, so I'll just keep asking about you. That's what I do, right?
Yeah, he's a good conversationalist. He asked about you in turn. At some point you realize you have both stopped dancing and are just kind of like standing on the edge of the ballroom talking about art really intently.
Nice. Like, I was gonna try to find my friends, but I kind of almost feel like maybe we might be on the way right now. Like on the dance floor.
Yeah, he'll usher you off to the side. Do you need assistance locating your friends?
I mean, if you like, I don't want to keep you, from your own friends or family or anything.
Well, I'm here with my sister and my mother. They will find me later.
Great. Yeah, I'd love for you to meet them. Here, I can find them. And I start looking around for Bellinor, who's probably the tallest, and sticks out the most, I bet.
I mean, he's standing with Kieran, so they stick out a bit like a sore thumb.
We're just
in the corner.
How tall is Bellinor?
Probably like 7 feet tall. I don't know. I don't have it written down.
Okay, so we are like the same height.
Yeah, just two.
Just two jacked guys. Yep. I love it.
There are a few other furbolgs, but they are definitely in the minority. There's only like 3 or 4.
I'll start making my way over, and when I see Bellinor talking to some random furbolg guy, I'm just like, oh no.
Hey, Eglantine. Do you have a new friend?
Oh, yes, Bellinor. This is Rain, and this is my friend Bellinor. We've been traveling together.
A pleasure to meet you.
Is Rainin shorter than me?
Yes, but only by a little bit.
Sick. I shake his hand. I am Belenor. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Hi. He's much more slender than you. You're
Damn.
built.
Roast.
It's quite slim. Well, it's like you're the rock.
Yeah, I get it. This is my friend Kieran. We have met. He has learned all about my 31st year on the planet.
It was distinctly fascinating. I've never met this person before, so hearing about their life has been a unique and interesting way to spend my time.
I am sure. Now that you have found your friends, Miss Eglantine, I will go search for my sister. Have a lovely night. Please, if you want to dance again, I would be happy to.
Thank you. You have a wonderful night too. It was very nice to dance together. Thank you.
Before he actually walks off, Kieran will be, oh, so you are Miss Eglantine. The one that Berno told me is betrothed to Monsieur Moonshine.
Classic.
Raymond looks like, what the fuck?
If he wasn't, I was going to, so I'm happy.
Oh my god, that's so good. Eglantine's like flashing between like turning pink and pale. And it's just like, you must have misunderstood.
Oh, I just said that they have a crush on each other, Kieran. They are not actually together.
Oh, okay.
Belenor, I think maybe you might be confused.
I have a crush on Gabriel? Wow, okay. We're all crushing on Gabriel here.
Yeah, he is conventionally attractive. This is true.
That's true.
I would not go that far. I do not have a crush on this person they were talking about, just, for the record.
Okay.
Anyway, my name is Kieran, and he puts out his hand. It is a pleasure to meet you. I apologize for the misunderstanding.
It's very nice to meet you too, Kieran. I'm Eglantine. I apologize for my friend. And I shoot Belenor in like the angriest of glares.
Oh, please.
Raynon slips off.
Bye, Raynon.
Goodbye.
I think perhaps it was my mistake. So I was just bombarded with lots of information at once from Eleanor, so perhaps some wires got crossed.
It's not your fault.
Then whose fault is it, Eglantine? I caught that.
Fine. It's whatever. How's Lilavati doing? Where is she? And I'm just gonna grab Belenor's drink.
I bet her and Gabriel are off smooching somewhere.
I was going to say that is as a part of the triangles that you were mentioning.
Oh my god, no!
Yes.
God.
Very well, Kieran. You're very picking up. Yes. Yes, we should find him. Let's complete the triangle. Come on.
I'm sorry, I thought it was muted.
Giles walks up like, "Hey guys, what are you?" and sees this giant furball as this like tiny gnome.
Yeah, you like come up to his knee.
Oh, this is Giles. He's another one of our friends. Meet Kieran. He's hanging out. He's drinking tea. That's all I know.
Kieran will like go down on his like haunches, so he's like right in his face. Like, it is a pleasure to meet you, Kieran.
I shake his hand, slightly astounded because would I have met a furball before in Tajdamani? Based off the description, it didn't seem like they would be very common there.
There were probably a few at the academy. They're not super common in the lowlands of Tajdamani. They tend to live in the mountains.
All right. He's kind of speechless. I'm kind of speechless. He's kind of speechless.
It is a pleasure to meet you. There has been so many new introductions today. It seems that Ania is smiling on me more than usual. He's gonna stand up, stretch himself out.
Who is smiling on you?
And here, the goddess of light, and she is well, she is everything, really. She gives us life, she gives us light, and she smiles upon us every day. He's kind of like clutching and like just running his thumb over the symbol across that he's wearing over his neck. When I was younger, my mother told me all about the glory of Anya, and it was of great comfort reading those stories.
Oh, you like reading stories too?
I do, yeah. There were not too many books on the road traveling, but I had some when I was growing up in my mother's monastery.
Oh, well, you just don't travel with the right people then, because I mean, I know there's lots of books all over you can find pretty easy if you just know where to look. I mean, I've always got a few on me. I couldn't fit any in my bag. Here, I've got like a tiny little, like, clutch type thing. I'm like, but I did leave some, like, in the carriage just in case.
Oh, well, perhaps we shall have to trade favorites. I only have... He reaches into his pack and pulls out a very, worn book. And has the same, sun symbol that's on his back. There's no, title or anything. He's just... This is a collection of stories of the sun that I grew up on. And perhaps the one book I have read more than any others.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by Megan right now. Just slowly eating your pop filter.
I'm cheering the scenery.
I see what you did there.
Wait for your scene.
Hi, I mean, that sounds like a lovely story, and maybe sometime I can take a look at that book. I mean, it looks like actually you could probably use it to be rebound, and I do have a trick for that.
He kind of slowly just puts it out. He's like, perhaps if it'll take you up of that, if should it come to that. That is a very precious thing for me.
Oh,
It is,
okay.
hard for me to give it up, I suppose.
Oh, no, I can certainly understand that. I've definitely got a few books that, I wouldn't want to lend out to anybody either, but, I mean, if you're ever, I know, you mentioned you're being, you're new in town, so if you wanted to, maybe find something new to read, we do have a great library at my house, and I'm sure my dads would love to, help lend some good stories to somebody new.
I don't believe I've ever actually been to an actual library before. We had one in the monastery, but it was just a few shelves of very similar prayer books.
Oh, well then, for I don't know how long you'll be in town for. I'm probably leaving sometime tomorrow, but we can definitely, arrange a visit or, a tour or something. I think everybody should see a good library sometime in their life.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Would the rest of your friends be interested in joining us?
Giles probably would. I don't know about the others, but they'd certainly be welcome.
Oh my gosh, are we still talking about books? Where is Gabriel and Lilovity? I thought we were on the mission.
I wanted to go to the giant desert library, but no, we had to go to some big fancy ball and, I don't know, find the person who's supposed to pay us.
Oh, we're still gonna go to the desert library though, right? That's still on the agenda. Mild panic setting in.
I mean, if I don't die of boredom from the book talk first, yes, then we will go.
Well, you don't have to listen to the book talk.
Alright, great, I'm
Just
going to go dance.
Fabricate some more crushes in your head or something, I don't know.
Fabricate is a long word. I'm going to go dance on the floor by myself as I look for Gabriel in the crowd.
Have fun, Bellenor. It is wonderful speaking with you.
I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
It is very easy to find you in the crowd, so yes, I think so.
I get that a lot.
Hey, you wander into the center of the ballroom where people are lining up to start the next dance. It's the one where there's two lines across from each other and they spin and swap partners. So you
Sick.
get to dance with a fair number of people.
That is all I wanted. I'll just be like, Gabriel, come join, it's the line dance.
Pass.
Oh, come on. Alright.
And that's when Gabriel turns around and Vivality's looking for him. Boop, boop, boop.
Hey, yeah, you catch sight of her. She's just finished dancing with Arthur.
Orber. I'll just walk up, just be like, yeah, you having a good time?
Gabriel! Oh my gosh. Yes, I was looking for you, and I got very... Did you know who that is?
Do I know who that is?
No.
No idea, but he looks like a real jerk.
He's hosting you, so you might want to say that more quietly.
Oh shit, wait, what?
He's one of the Andorans, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sorry, I kind of wandered off there. I saw like a lost-looking soul, so I was like, I'm uncomfortable here. You're uncomfortable here. Maybe I'll make you feel a little better about it. And then I left him with Ballador, and oh fuck, that was probably a bad idea. Anyway, want to dance?
Are you collecting strays? Yes, we can. It looks like they're getting ready to do a line dance, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Yeah.
Do you want to wait till it's back to like a couple's dance?
Yeah, waiting's fine. We could do both. Why not both, right?
I'm completely fine with that. I didn't know you were a dancer. This is exciting.
I mean, as Kestrel used to say, sword fighting's just an elaborate and very deadly dance.
Okay, I could see it. There are some very key differences.
Well, yeah, death.
Well, yeah, and just cooperating versus being adversarial.
Well, yeah, in the Grey Sentinels, we have to cooperate. We've cooperated in a few battles now as well, so I'd like to think perhaps we might make quite natural dancing partners. That's supposed to be flattering.
Okay, well let's do this one first, and then dibs on the next one that's not a line dance too.
Yeah, of course. I'd very much like that.
Okay, she will wander off to a side that's opposite from wherever Gabriel wanders off to.
Gabriel, right here. I saved you a spot. I knew you'd come around.
God damn it! And I just kind of like head nod towards Viva Lati.
As you get in line, you actually catch, like, on the far side of the line, catch sight of your parents who have just arrived and joined the dance. Leela.
I'll give him a big wave. I think
your mother leans in and is like, "Hi, sweetheart!" And your dad's like, "Oh god." He is really, really happy to be here. He looks tired.
He's probably had a long day. Poor guy.
Eternal mood.
He'll get over it.
Is Arthur in the line dance?
Yes.
Sick. I want to stand next to him in line.
Okay.
Just for future things. I just want to make sure I'm near my man Arthur.
Okay. Yeah. He is across from a shorter woman who looks very similar to him. You missed the conversation earlier. She looks like his sister, maybe, but this one is slightly younger than him.
Okay.
She's long, also curly hair. It's pinned back. Her dress is a little bit simpler. If she wasn't hosting, she'd probably be too young to be at the party, but it's her family, so.
I'm gonna elbow Gabriel in the ribs real quick before the dance starts. Gabriel, did you see Lilavati dancing with that guy?
Yeah.
What is his name?
Orber or something like that.
Cool, that's all I need to know, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
As we go through the line dance, I'm gonna spread some gossip about Orber to every partner I have.
They're like, who the fuck is Orber?
I'm still gonna do it, that's all I know.
Okay, yeah, and actually it seems to catch on, and soon people are whispering about the scandalous activities that Orber has gotten up to.
That's all I wanted to do, that's it.
I am picturing Orber as being like this AU version of the people who invented flight, but they merged into one. Like Orville and yeah, that's what I'm picturing. They are one mustached man who is now being slandered.
Okay, actually, there is a man called Orber at the party. He's like a 30-year-old human guy who's just like happens to be here. And he's like, I did what? What are people saying? I'm married.
And anyways, yeah, that's the tale of Orber, House Switch partner.
Yeah, at the same time.
I've been married for 3 years. We have a daughter.
Oh god.
Alex is losing it.
Alex died. It's fine. He'll be okay.
He's fine.
Sorry, that swayed me.
He had to leave.
Just walk away.
Deep breaths, Alex.
Yeah, so you dance in the line for a few minutes. It's very fast paced. All of you are a little bit breathless. You end up dancing with almost everybody in the line. You end up dancing with Arthur for a brief minute more. He smiles at you, winks before spinning you on to the next partner. You actually end up dancing with your father, only for a couple of seconds, enough to say a quick hi and peck him on the cheek before he sends you along. It's fun. It's very fast paced.
So do I get to dance with Arthur?
Yeah, actually you do. Sure.
I'm just completely quiet the entire time, just like staring at it wide-eyed, like I'm hiding some big secret.
He seems used to this behavior. His name tends to get him this reaction a fair amount.
Okay.
So just smiles at you, friendly, and then moves on to the next dancer. You actually dance with his little sister for a minute. She's cute. She is she's maybe around 17. She's wearing pink and silver, and there are cherry blossoms in her hair.
I won't. I'll spread the gossip to her too. Screw it.
She's like wide-eyed. You think maybe this is the first time she's come to this party? She and Eglantine are kind of in the same boat, and she's like, "Oh, really?"
Yes, I know, right? It is. Is this your first time at the party? I don't mean to pry, but
Yeah, I just turned 17, so
well, congratulations. I'm gonna tell you now. I've been to loads of these things, and every single time there is gossip to be had. So you are a lucky gal.
well, I'm really excited. I'm having so much fun.
I hope you have a great night.
Thanks, you too. And then you have to separate as the dance continues.
I did a bad thing today.
Oh my god,
Can
my
that be his
insides
new
hurt.
catchphrase?
Yeah,
It's a
I think that's a
bad
Chris thing, though.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
My abs hurt now.
Well, I mean, after the dance, I wanted to go find Gabriel for the next one, but Alex can't.
Alex,
Yeah, he needed a minute.
He can't handle it.
I had a scene for him too, and he landed off. Okay.
he'll be back.
I can't.
I gotta say, I'm definitely not used to you lot like as these characters yet because I've only played with you in Steam Spell, so
Beam
like-
spell.
I'm just like, oh man,
It's a change of mood for sure.
Ross would never do that.
I guess while we're waiting on our resident rogue, I will summon Maureen real quick and see if she's enjoying herself or is kind of on edge or what's going on in Ghost World.
She actually looks a little bit sad when you
Oh.
summon her. She's watching. You get the sense she's maybe a little bit jealous.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have done this. Maureen, cheer up, we're at the party.
You are at the party. I am dead.
Well, I'm going to enjoy my dance before I die too then. Okay, bye.
She like starts to say something and then vanishes.
I did another bad thing today. That one was in character.
Who is Maureen?
Moraine.
Moraine.
You can describe her if you want, but as the rest of the crew doesn't know this, but I have this entity that is summoned when I rage, and her name is Moraine.
Did you just rage on the dance floor?
Yeah, I mean I have to win the dance.
Rage on the Dance Floor is my new favorite
Yeah.
D&D band.
She looks like she could definitely be my ancestor. She is elven and shares similar features to me.
I'd like to
He's
imagine.
blue though.
Yeah,
I'd
Just
like
'cause
to
she's a
imagine
ghost.
true.
That Bellinor has an entire diary that's just filled with the words "I did a bad thing today" over and over and over again.
It's like
Just
every
on
other
repeat.
day.
It's like the phrase that Bellinor has to say when they rage. I did
Oh.
a bad thing today.
It has been 0 days. It's our last bad thing. Okay, now that Alex is back, Actually, as you're dancing in this line, you suddenly find yourself nose to nose with a very familiar young woman. She has hair that is so blonde, it's almost white, it's short and kind of curly, and she's wearing a dark charcoal gray dress trimmed in pale fur, and there's a network of these slender curling tattoos in black creeping up her side and up her jaw, and she's these bright green eyes, and she actually like almost falls over in shock when she sees you, and you recognize her. This is Flora Montgomery, who is also a Grey Watcher.
Oh shit! Oh, well, hello there. Wasn't expecting to run into you here.
Gabriel?
Flora?
How the hell did you get in here?
I've come under the acquaintance of the Penroses, unfortunately. And what are you doing here?
On assignment, I'm afraid.
Oh, you too, huh?
Well, it could be worse. It's a nice party.
And kind of glances around at everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of bitchy people, but food's good.
Yeah. Well, the rich would make better food, but don't tell them I said that.
Well, I kind of agree with you there.
Have you seen a really... oh, God. Please tell me you haven't danced with him. Gestures towards Bellinor.
I think he's next up.
Oh, fuck. Don't tell him you know me, please.
Okay.
He's convinced that I'm in love with the Penrose's daughter. What a concept.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
God damn it. You
Anyway,
too.
I'll let Kestrel know I ran into you.
Oh, and how is Kestrel?
Oh, she's all right. Stressed. It's been a time.
Yes, yeah, it has. I don't think I've been back since, the job. So I'm sure, make sure you let her know that I miss her. I'm not ready to return. I need to restore my honor first.
Gabriel, you didn't lose your honor.
Well, I mean, damn it, Abby. Sorry. Abby is watching while I'm streaming, and she is making commentary to herself without realizing I am over here streaming. So
It's okay, you can laugh.
I mean, I don't know. I lost it on that tonight, and Kestrel would be very disappointed until I've restored that honor and gotten rid of that sense of self that makes me less of a watcher.
You did a good thing.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, I'm not going to be coming home for a while. Make sure to let everyone know I say, hey, and that maybe I miss him. Except Kestrel. I definitely miss Kestrel.
I will.
It was nice to see you again.
You too. And you will be glad to know that Amber is recovering well.
That's good to hear. That makes me very happy.
She's gonna be okay, Gabriel.
Yeah, that's what we could have hoped for was the best, right?
Yeah. And the dance forces you to separate.
And then as Bellinor takes Flora into his arms, Gabriel's...
Have you heard of this guy Orber?
I think so.
Alright, well I heard that he was stealing another family's cattle. I can't confirm it, but it could be true. You might want to pass it along down the line.
Stealing cat. Tell me more about. And the dance goes on as she asks you questions.
I'm happy to answer all of them.
Eventually, the conversation does segue subtly. She's kind of quietly asking about Gabriel without trying to let you know that she's asking about Gabriel.
Oh, you mean that guy? I just kind of point and nudge towards him.
Yeah, you know him?
Yes, he's single.
The look on her face is just revolted. It's like you ask her to swallow a slug. She's like,
oh, sorry, I didn't. I don't know. This is a party. Lots that's going on.
No. No.
Do you know him? Are you friends?
We've met.
Before this.
Yes, before this.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I just need a clarification. Well, he's a good guy. Yeah, that's all I know, really.
He mentioned a girl.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah, said something out of Penrose.
Oh, yes, I'm glad you clarified because, again, lots is really happening tonight. Yeah, she's over there. I'll point to Eglantine.
All right, and you guys continue to gossip, and we're going to take a quick bio break there.
She is my new favorite gossip partner. What is her name?
Flora.
Okay,
Flora
cool.
Montgomery.
Amazing.
Alright, cool. We'll be right back.
Honor!
And we're back.
Hi. So we left off the line dance. It's not a line dance, you guys. I just don't know what the line dance is actually called. Has just ended, and everyone has separated. Ball's in your court, y'all.
Well, Flora, it was great to talk with you. I really enjoyed it. If you ever want to spill the tea about Gabriel, I am here.
Well, it was very good to meet you, Gabriel.
Ah, yes, you too.
Wrong person. Shit, I'm really sorry.
I
Eleanor.
I am quite like Gabriel. We share many similarities. We are both very serious, both very muscular.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the job. It's been a long
Oh, you're on the
days.
job. What are you doing?
Some security work.
Oh, for who? Is it Eglantine as well?
I'm really sorry. I actually can't say more at
All
the
right.
moment.
I'll find out. No, I'm not Gabriel. Bellador always finds out. All right, bye.
Well, good luck with that. Bye.
Goodbye.
She walks away. As she turns to go, you can see like this whole map of tattoos. She's wearing a dress that's cut low in the back and high in the front. And there's this map of tattoos across her back, these swirling and arcane symbols, and also 3 long, ropey silver scars, like a claw just raked down her back.
I like her. She's cool. Gabriel, is that your friend? Do you know her? She was asking about you.
Yes, I know her.
Is she cool? She seems cool.
Yeah, Flora's quite all right, if you ask me.
She said she was on like a super secret mission here.
Yeah, work, whatever.
Well, who is this? Well, who is her like Eglantine? Tell me it's
know.
not Orber. I have just spread a lot of rumors about that guy. Flora could totally kick my ass. Too.
Actually, Ballador, I've been hoping to run into you again. I just actually, when Viva Latia and I were dancing together, I mentioned to ask about the guy's name, and it was totally not Orber.
Oh, shit. All right, well, I'll go through and tell everyone that is actually Arthur. Oh.
Oh my god. Ballador, just leave it be.
All right, fine.
Look, let's admit it. Come on. Looking at himself. Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
Never mind. Pats him on the shoulder. Go have fun.
I think that one was lost on me.
Well, have fun. Great chat.
That's all I got, really. I'll come back.
Leela's gonna wander over. Those faster ones always get you going. They'll probably do a slower one next.
No,
Do you want to dance?
Shall we? Gestures towards the dance floor.
Absolutely. And she will take his hands.
Yep, and he will lead her gently to the dance floor, which is probably surprising considering most of Gabriel's movements are done with the goal of either getting somewhere quickly or killing something quickly.
Yeah, and sure enough, the music changes to this soft, slow waltz. It kind of sounds like Swan Lake a little bit.
Ooh.
And the tiefling woman on stage starts to sing this soft, slow song in it's actually in Infernal, which is a really difficult language to make sound pleasant, but she does a remarkably good job.
Okay, like those German speakers I know. Okay.
Kind of like she's singing in German, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine this, and it's difficult.
Imagine German, but it's being done in like a Gregorian chant. That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, she's a lovely voice.
So do I have to make a roll to see how I'm dancing, or do I have like narrative control of the scene to use?
I'm gonna
in
hand
this
y'all
turn?
narrative control of this one. I think dancing is one of those things that is more character specific.
Okay. Let's see. Well, Megan, how do we want this dance to go?
Lilavati has been well trained in dancing. She's a very good dancer. I think if Gabriel is also a good dancer, she'd be pleasantly surprised and be happy to let you lead. If he's not so great, she can just kind of subtly take over the lead and no one would be any the wiser, probably.
If any of these nobles truly knew who Gabriel was as a person and he was dressed as he normally is, they would probably be very confused how a man could move across a dance floor the way he does. If you're looking at his footwork, it does resemble like the footwork technique used in dueling and sword play. And he gets fancy with it too, twirling you a few times and whatnot. He gets real fancy with it. Like
Please
I
tell me
said,
Kestrel trained you in ballet.
oh yeah, Kestrel trained me in a few different dancing styles.
Oh, this is I mean, I have to be honest. Obviously, I didn't think you were going to be awful or anything, but this is very nice. I'm pleasantly surprised, Gabe.
Well, didn't I tell you Kestrel's taught me at least 5 different forms of dancing?
I thought you were joking.
No, I've even learned traditional, air elemental dances and air genasi dances.
How can you do that without the magical floaty bits?
And you kind of see like when he does like something really impressive, his like eye like glimmers brightly, that ethereal green you see when he casts spells or when he uses his ancestry based abilities.
Okay, so you have some more tricks up your sleeve than I knew about.
Yeah, I'm not exactly what people call quote unquote human. I'm sure you knew that though.
Is anyone?
I'm starting to be convinced that no.
I feel like humans especially like to breed with other types of people.
Yeah, Kestrel often told me everyone might as well consider themselves part elven, considering how much all of these people have gotten along and intermingled for centuries.
Gotten
It's
along.
only reasonable to assume something like that, right?
I think so. I think fussing over heritage too much is a lost cause at this point.
Yeah, I would agree. The only heritage I'm more curious about is my own, the Moonshadow name.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know anything?
Not beyond what I was told when I was young by Kestrel and the others in the Order.
Well, we have a very nice library here. If you wanted to do some genealogical research, this could be a good place to start. We're going to be there anyway.
True. I mean, that's originally why I came to Selvani in the first place. That wound me up with Eglantine the first go around. I was trying to return something that belonged to my family, to my possession.
Were you going to the library and you tripped and fell into Eglantine's house? Like how?
I had come across information that the Penroses had acquired this item through many various trades with collectors, and it was perhaps my only chance to ever acquire my family's sword, so...
Oh. They have one of your family heirlooms.
Yes, and quite obviously I am not a wealthy person. I'm quite out of place here, as you can tell. And... so I tried to steal it back. I might be good at dancing, but they had more guards.
You should have asked Giles. He might have been able to make something happen when we were in our house earlier.
Yeah, perhaps. If I get caught again, my head's on a chopping block.
Well, I assume this is some sort of justice? This is why you're serving this capacity? How long do you have to do it?
Until Eggy returns home, which is why I've been quite excited to try and get her back here to stay. Though unfortunately, she proves to be much more capable than I'd like to admit.
Well, if she gets in enough trouble tonight, her dads are here. Maybe they might pull on the leash.
Yeah, that's my problem. I would actually feel bad stripping the very freedom that was stripped from me originally from someone else.
I
That wouldn't be
see.
right.
Even though it keeps you indentured.
Yes, I've committed a crime. I am serving this sentence.
Okay. Have they agreed to possibly sell the sword back to you when your time is served?
No such agreement was reached. I haven't got that far yet. I didn't really think Eggy would live past 3 days, but here we are.
But not live past 3 days?
She was always poking her nose in the worst places, like, don't go in that cave over there. There are moon bears in there. Nope, goes into the cave with the moon bears.
Well, you're plenty capable of keeping someone alive.
The problem is she doesn't want me to.
She's suicidal?
No. Her mental health, I think, is very okay. She's very confident, very self-assured. More like she detests me because of what I stand for. That
What do you
leash you spoke of.
Because you stand for the leash?
I stand for her parents' watchful eyes.
Okay, but this is definitely not something you chose, so
She
surely she understands that?
She doesn't know I didn't have a choice in this matter. Being caught for petty theft is a rather shameful experience to go through, so I didn't tell her the complete truth of how we came to be together.
Well, you two have a lot of friction between you, but from my experience with her, she's actually decently reasonable if you're coming from a good place, and I bet she'd be pretty receptive to that talk.
Maybe
Improve your relationship.
Or perhaps we're both just a representation of the chains that would prevent us from being free, and we would never see eye to eye just because of what we stand for symbolically.
Well, I mean, if you're determined to hate each other, you can choose to believe that, yes.
Yeah. What about you? What's your and how are you doing in all of this? Gestures.
I'm doing pretty well, I don't want to say it was nice to work when I was younger, but it was nice to have money, and it's been very nice to take a little vacation, but it's also very nice to be accepted in this society, honestly. This is kind of what I've been working for and toward my whole life, and I mean, Arthur just came up and danced with me. I wouldn't have anticipated. Listen, I would not have anticipated my first time coming to one of these as an adult into society being as welcomed as I have been. It's been really nice.
I can tell you look like you have been enjoying yourself. Makes me happy to see that.
That sounded very almost robotic of you, Gabriel.
Well, I wasn't trying this out. Oh, sorry. I've probably had one too many punches.
I know that feeling. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Just some weird things happened tonight, and I don't know.
Like what? We've been here, half an hour?
I mean, there was that elf girl who ran into me, and she's really odd, and she was arguing with her sister, and they said something about you're gonna get us in trouble, and it just gave me one of those, bad moon rising type feelings.
I get that, like a moon shadow.
He chuckles. Yes. I hate it when you make that joke.
But it's just so nice to squeeze in every once in a while.
Yeah.
Have you seen everybody else, by the way? I lost everyone pretty early on.
Sorry, I was trying to ditch them to come hang out with you, so.
Well, you could have said so in the beginning.
Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to tell. I made my intentions quite clear as to where I was going, at least to Bellinor. and Kieran.
Who's Kieran?
Oh, he's the guy who's crashing the party. I don't know. That's the guy. That's the lost soul I went to meet.
Somebody crashed this party? They have really good security.
I don't know. He said he just kind of wandered in and no one stopped him, so.
Huh. He must be pretty, like blends into a crowd sort of thing. Just kind
Yeah.
of snuck in.
The most dangerous kind of people.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I'd like to meet the person who can crash one of these parties. Get you
Hey
into
guys, this is
offices.
Kieran, by the way.
Look, let's put it this way: if he could survive a conversation with Bellinor without ripping his head off, I think he's an okay individual.
Eleanor is delightful.
He's been just weird tonight. Oh
Thank
my
you. This is
lord.
Kieran. I'm still here. I already introduced Kieran to you. Kieran, this is Lilavati, and you've already met the, Edgelord.
Oh, yes. Hello, my name is Kieran. Kieran Wolf.
It's like dancing with Gabe, and she'll like.
Oh, you
stop.
guys are dancing?
Yes!
Oh, my
That's why I was
bad.
really confused.
All right, never
Just
mind.
walks up
Give me
and
5
over the
minutes to
dance
do that. Never mind.
God damn it!
So the plan is we sneak up to the gate.
So the plan is I'm gonna interrupt their dance at just this moment when Gabriel's about to tell Viva Lati that he's been enjoying them reconnecting lately, and that's when I'm gonna interrupt.
No,
Just
continue.
introduce the doofy furball.
No, continue. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were dancing. Continue.
Mhm. Anyway, yes. Meet the guy who crashes parties. I don't remember where we were now. Thanks, Chris.
Also, I just wanted to say that I've been really enjoying reconnecting recently.
Yeah, it's
Spending
been really
time together.
nice. I feel like a lot of my relationships tend to be more superficial, just by the nature of what I do and the circles I run around in. And I always have thought that you were really authentic, and I like that and admire that about you.
I appreciate it. I definitely think very highly of you. I definitely will not gain you much respect in this place, though.
That's okay. I didn't bring my friends here to try to impress anybody. I brought you here because I like you and enjoy your company, and frankly would not be having a good time if you weren't here.
Trying to hold back a blush, but it ain't working. Well, thank you. It's kind of an odd thought to think of someone as enjoying my company.
Why would you say that?
I mean, I've been traveling with Eglantine for how long, and she has a very, very often tendency to remind me that my presence is very much unwanted.
I think a lot of that is, I don't know, it almost seems like she's trying to make friends with you and just doesn't know how to do it. Like when you pull somebody's pigtails.
Is it like, like when a kid likes you and they're mean to you because they think
Yeah,
that
because
works?
they have no emotional intelligence and they're just awkward.
Fuck. Yep. Okay.
I think that's what's going on.
And he just kind of hangs his shit. All right, just for you, I will try and be friends because you're asking me to.
I think you will have a much better time of it, and your leash will feel less like a noose.
And he just kind of nods like, good one. Like, got me there.
And then I think as the song is winding down, she will lean in and give him a kiss on the cheek and squeeze his hand. Like, thank you for the dance. It was really nice.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me here. I'm surprised at how pleasant of a time I've been having despite Eleanor's shenanigans.
You keep bringing up his shenanigans. What is he doing that is so distasteful to you? I can't imagine. He's a sweetheart. Other than his weird, like, going off into alleyways by himself, that's...
The things that he said could only be written down in the most profane of books. They belong in the book
like
of
one of
Vile
Eglantine's
Darkness.
novels.
Yes.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
No, you don't want to be intrigued. It belongs in the Book of Vile Darkness. Is
I
where it
don't want to
belongs.
be intrigued, but I am.
He suggested, okay, fine, because I think you'll also get a kick out of this. He suggested that Aggie and I have more feelings for each other than we'd like to admit, which is preposterous, first of all.
Remember that talk we just had like maybe a minute ago about having a hard time expressing feelings and maybe doing it in inappropriate ways?
Well, yeah, but I don't feel that way about her. He's just trying to cause trouble.
I didn't say that, but clearly you have more positive feelings for each other than you'd like to admit. I'm not saying.
I have a begrudging respect for her, yes.
Okay, well, that's much better than you were saying yesterday.
Yeah, just seeing the way her fathers treat her kind of reminded me of just losing freedom, and I became less jovial at the fact of leaving her here, as I said.
Maybe you two are going through similar things and you could open up and bond about it. I mean, if you try, before you say anything, if you try to do that and she's a total asshole to you, then you can just throw her out, I think.
Okay, I like that.
Anybody who kicks you when you're being vulnerable deserves it.
Agreed, 100%. I always felt like I could be that way with you.
I'm glad. I'm glad I could be that person for you.
Yeah, not easy when you don't really know a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
And everyone else is either like a battle sibling or your mentor.
Mine is everyone else is very carefully playing the political game.
I'd prefer just having to save someone's ass to what you deal with.
You don't like chess?
No, I always lose at it.
Yeah, then this might not be for you. I want to go find Bellinor.
All right, we can go find Bellinor. That's look, he's over. He's with Kieran. He's right over here.
Kieran, you are going to love Leelavati, let me tell you. Oh, look, they're right on the way. Oh my god.
This is incredibly convenient.
Yes. Oh, hey guys. What's going on?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
This is
Are
Kieran.
you-
This is Leelavati. She's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
You're a lot taller than I was expecting. Pleased to meet you.
It is a pleasure. I have been meeting all sorts of new people today.
Well, that's what happens when you go to a party, unless you're hosting it.
I have not been to a party before, so this is all very new to me.
You've never been to a party at all?
No, there was perhaps only the small birthday parties that my mother threw for me back at the monastery. It was me, my uncle, and perhaps a tiny cake. And that was about it.
So you've never been to a party at, say, a tavern?
I have been to taverns, but I have not actually been to a party at fun. No.
Interesting. Well, if this is your first party outside of everyone singing happy birthday to each other and having cupcakes, I think you should try parties at different venues. They come in all sorts of flavors, each delightful in their own way.
There is plenty I am not familiar with. I have just been traveling on my own at this point.
I see. I heard that you actually did not secure an invitation to get in here and you crashed it?
He kind of like leans down a little bit. I was not aware that this needed an invitation. I saw the people gathering and I smelled the food and I walked in and no one told me not to.
No one asked to see your invitation? Nothing?
Not that I remember. There was one man who came up to me, but then he looked at me and I think he looked at my amulet, and then he walked away.
Do I recognize anything with Kieran's amulet?
Yeah, you would. It's a pretty common symbol in this area of the world. It is the symbol of Anhira, who is the goddess of light and creation.
Do I know her to be of particular importance to the city or to this family?
She is the head god of the pantheon, really. She was the first-ish one, first of two.
Maybe they thought you were a holy man here to do some blessings over the food before the party started.
Well, that is a flattering notion, but I think perhaps Annika has blessed me today with good food and better company, really.
Very nice. Have you met everyone? I'm gonna look around. Who is actually here? Have we reassembled the party? Are Eglantine and Giles here?
I mean, I
Sure.
imagine I was doing the line dance. I guess I'm here.
Yeah, you can all have reconvened at this point.
I have met you now. I have met Mr. The small one, the Giles.
Giles?
I have met. Her name escapes me. She was going to talk to me about books later.
Eglantine? That sounds like her.
Miss Eglantine. She said perhaps we would go to the library together, as I've never actually been. And then Monsieur Belno, who regaled me with this 31 tales of 31 years
Oh.
of his lifetime. It seems as though he had more, so I might have him regale me with some more. And then,
Wow.
Mr. I don't know if he actually got Gabriel's name. Did Gabriel introduce himself, or just give him booze and leave?
No, I told him my name was Gabriel.
Okay.
I told him my full name.
And
We
then,
did that whole warrior introduction.
Oh yes, and then I got a very lovely hug from Mr. Moonshadow.
I
Just-
see. You've met pretty much everyone. I'm shocked you haven't been to the library before. You're not from Salvani? Not from around these parts?
No, I am from. Where is he from? I'm still off on these names. Tajdamani?
Tajadamani.
I am from up Tajdamani.
Oh, I am too.
Oh, yes.
That is where I grew up with my mother and sometimes my uncle.
I see. What's got you over here in Salvani?
Well, my mother said that traveling is good for me. I perhaps just trying to strike out on my own and meet new people, apparently crash parties, which was not something I set out to do, but it is something I can say I have done now, apparently.
Hey, it's a good way to meet new people. This is a good way to meet people who are connected. Maybe not us in particular. We're not quite crashing, but this is new for most of us too.
Oh, well, new experiences, I think, are better when experienced with multiple people. And it is something my uncle said quite often.
Oh, very wise. I would agree. That's why I was trying to keep my friends together and we keep wandering off. We've been splitting the party at the party.
I see. Well, I can see a bit of people a bit better than most. If you want me to help you try to find them.
Well, I think everybody is around here per the voice in the sky that I heard a few minutes ago. So I'm going to turn over. Giles,
Yes.
did you handle that thing you were going to handle?
I could not find anywhere to put away the acid. It's still in my pockets. They don't have an acid deposit place.
No, most places do not, because you're not supposed to just carry acid around. Giles,
It was very helpful in our fight with the Shadow Man.
we're at a party.
Oh, well.
This is not the kind of acid you bring to a party.
Here, do you want it? And he just pulls
No!
out like 3 vials of acid.
I will
Just
take
like-
it. I will take it if no one else wants it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't think any of it's a good idea.
I'm very responsible.
I don't think any of
Bellinor,
it's
you don't have any pockets. Where would you even put it?
Oh shit, you're right. All right. Well, I guess I'm out.
Just put it down your pants. It'll
Yeah.
be- No one will notice.
I could drink it.
No, that's an even worse
that
idea.
seems very bad.
All right. Well, I could give it to Ober.
Or just like stick it in like a
Alright.
potted plant or something and like
Friends.
walk away.
Friends, Eggy, I'm sure you know just where to obtain a special flask that won't break easily. I'm sure you are able to find such a thing and will be able to save the day for us and prevent the acid from exploding in Guile's pants.
It's very well sealed.
This
It's
sounds-
very well sealed acid.
This sounds like a very exciting life you'll lead. Is this a
Yes.
daily occurrence for you?
Yeah, you want in?
Fortunately, lately,
Honestly, so far, yeah.
for the 3 days we've been together, yes.
It's pretty regular, at least.
Look, you want to join this group of here? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bandits and
Does that count as a bandit?
What?
Am I a bandit?
Are we?
I'm not a
Nobody's
thief.
bandits.
I just punch people. I'm
Thieves
not a
aren't
bandit.
allowed here.
Yeah, thieves aren't allowed here. No.
Good thing I'm not a thief then.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't blaming you.
I was a thief for a little while. I'm not now.
I wouldn't tell anybody here that though. Just, to be fair, even retired.
Oh, trust me, Bellinor being a thief is not the talk of the town right now.
The lava tea turns to Kieran. I only steal hearts.
I can see that perhaps you are quite good at that. But I wonder if I have crashed this party, does that perhaps make me a bandit as well?
Yeah, you want to join this? Fuck it. He's in.
Nope, nobody's bandits. None of us are bandits.
I have
Very
one.
clear
people
on that.
murder people for no money.
Actually, you know what? I have been a bandit before. Now that I think about it.
Okay, definitely don't tell that to my dads.
Okay.
Yeah, there was that one time, that rebellious phase. I said, well, never mind.
No, I've 100% been a bandit. But anyways, Kieran, you're welcome to travel with us. We are going to travel far and wide together. I'm the leader, so I can make that decision.
You guys did your time for your banditry, right? Yes, we're gonna move on.
Are there, Lucy? So I assume there's a bunch of flowers and stuff everywhere.
Yes.
Are there any that? Obviously, I'm sure this is well done, but are there any that haven't like fully budded yet?
There are some artistically still closed roses.
He's going to sweep his hand over and grab one for each of the group, and he's just going to say, he's going to whisper to them. He's just going to say, "All right, children, it is time to open up and meet the rest of the world." And he's going to try to coax them to open up.
This is some roll. I don't know, nature or arcana? Pick one. Is this a
so-
spell you have?
It is
Why
actually
why
a
is
furball.
the chat being so mean about this?
I don't know. Well, yo, chat, what is up?
Not even that. Although that is a furball thing, it's
Speech
I
of
forget what
beast
they
and
call
beast.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants. They can understand the meaning of my words, though I have no special ability to understand them in return. I have advantage on all charisma checks I make to influence them.
Persuasion check.
Persuade plant.
They're friendly roses. These are specially imported Taj Damani white roses. So when they do open, they are larger than your fist, and they smell amazing. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. It's this really sweet, like honey and cinnamon and rose smell.
he's going to pass them out to each of them. He's going to give the biggest to Giles, and he's going to give the smallest to Eglantine, and then everyone else just gets like similar sized ones.
As soon as Giles sees them magically opening, he gets very, very, very nervous about taking them. Like, he's not rude, but he gets, like, very twitchy and finicky. He still takes it, though.
I was going to say, do I notice? Does he notice? Being...
You can have a insight versus deception.
That's the thing. Let me figure out how to do that.
Tajdamani roses, by the way, are famously snow white. They are completely white all over.
I did pretty good. I got a 15.
24.
Oh, well, not that good.
I have a plus 7 on that too. He's gonna kind of like lean down again. He's going to say, "Don't not worry, no, Monsieur Giles. I have not done anything to them. I have just coaxed them through. Perhaps enjoy the full light of Anhira for today and for the rest of their lives." Kind of just...
Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you want a rat? I say that I give him my clockwork rat that I might work.
Might work.
It might work.
I have never seen
He
anything
hands you a
quite
little
like this.
wind-up rat.
What is this party? Okay, while this is happening, I'm gonna kind of lightly touch Viva Latia on the shoulder, and I'll just kind of whisper, "I'll be right back. This is
Of
fun and
course.
all. I'll be right back."
Okay, I'll be here.
All right, I'm gonna go find my boy Cornelius. He's the strict dad, right? He's strict. Daddy.
Yes, he's
All
the
right.
father.
All
Please
right.
don't.
Can I please talk to Cornelius? I want to talk to both of them actually. Can I catch both of them because they are loving husbands.
Yeah, they're together. They are chatting quietly with a large, broad-shouldered, barrel-chested human man who's very tan, with a neatly groomed beard, and actually Flora is chatting with them as well. She looks a little bit concerned, and there is a Triton woman with curly, dark blue hair and blue skin with whitish markings.
All right.
And
First,
we're all standing a little cluster talking.
two things. First, I'm gonna wait for them to finish, and second of all, what are they saying?
Make a perception check.
Oh, okay, I can do that. That's a 18. I'm bad at math. 18.
Yeah, you can hear them. Their body language is pretty relaxed, but their voices are a little bit tense. Flora's saying, "No, wait, when did this happen? When did you see this?" And the Triton woman shakes her head and says, "A few weeks ago, I was on the ship, and then it just happened." And the human man nods. "Yeah, I was up north, near the pass, when I saw it." And there's some vagaries and mentions of like, "No, the storm was really bad this year. I don't know why." "Yeah, I've noticed it's been weirdly cold." Before one of them finally notices you hovering nearby, and the conversation abruptly ends.
I just kind of do like the awkward, like, "Oh, hello there," like the little awkward Midwestern hello, like, "Oh, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt."
Hi, Gabriel, Flora says. It's fine. We were pretty much done. I'm gonna go speak with Delasa. Good night,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, oh, good to see you again, Flora.
Yeah, and you. She wanders off to go
Work
speak with
shit. Sorry, it's work shit.
Yeah, always, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she wanders off to go speak with a silver dragonborn a few feet away. The Triton and the human link arms and wander off, their heads still together, talking.
All right. Oh God, what's the other guy's name? It's Cornelius and
Lysander.
Lysander. That's right. I knew other daddy had a name like that. Lysander, Cornelius, giving like a slight bow as addressing them. Now, before you say anything, I just want you to hear me out. All right, look. Okay, so I've been traveling with your daughter, Eglantine, for some time now, and I understand the nature of our agreement and the nature of my crime and how dire it was. And again, I have offended your court, and I apologize for that. My reasons are because that sword does actually belong to me, but we are not going to argue that here today. I'm actually here to talk to you about Eglantine. I understand that I am to watch her and bring her back until she is here to stay. And I am completely content and happy with that agreement. But I do want to let you know that after traveling with your daughter for some time, she's much more capable than you give her credit for. And perhaps you might want to consider letting her do this. I will continue to watch her as long as necessary, as long as she wants to travel and have the same freedom that has been afforded to me for roughly 23, 22 years. I'm sorry, I don't know my actual age. And I just think that perhaps you should give her a chance. I understand the nature of our agreement, and I will not allow anything to happen to her or cause her harm. You can trust me on that. I am a Grey Watcher. You know what I am. You know I will be able to protect her, but she is more than capable of protecting herself. Thank you for hearing me out.
Your concerns have been noted.
Yeah, I know. All right, you two enjoy your evening. Thanks, it's been a lovely party.
They just leave. Lysander looks like he wants to say something else, but Cornelius just walks away and he follows.
Yeah, when Cornelius, when they both turn their backs, and then just turn around and jog on.
Okay.
And then he's just kind of like walking back towards the group. Can't believe I did that. Ugh.
Yes, Gabriel, here is your flower, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. This is a lovely flower, first of all. Thank you.
Yes, well, there is... I never understood people having flowers around that have not bloomed. I always find them to be a bit nicer when they are able to open their eyes.
Yeah, I prefer my flowers to be in the ground, too. I find that they like to live that way better.
Yes, that is also good. However, they have already been picked, and you do the best you can with this.
Well, yeah, this isn't your fault. I'm just saying I agree. Flowers deserve to thrive. I respect your sentiment, friend. I'm not good with words. I might have a negative charisma modifier.
I am a bit like a flower if you think about it.
You are a very long-lived flower, friend.
Yes. I am only just blossoming too. I have so much more to do.
Yes.
Anyways, I think I'll lay off the wine.
Yeah, I should lay off it too. Yeah. Oof.
And then he finishes handing out the flowers to Ilivati and Belenor.
She'll put hers up in her hair.
Yes.
I'm gonna lapel mine on my sleeveless tux.
You ripped the sleeves off, right? You didn't cut them off?
I did, and I just realized that Eglantine's dads are gonna be pissed when they see their tux ripped with the sleeves off.
I think it was my brother's, actually.
Oh, thank
so
God.
You're fine until he gets home. It's okay.
Sick. Cool.
I want to see that fight anyway.
Nice, me too. Speaking of, Gabriel, do you want to get into like a bar fight tonight or something? This party has been fun and all, but it is not really my scene.
I look over towards the rest of the group, kind of, and then I look over at Viva Lati.
I'll take you up on that one next time, buddy.
All right, I'm holding you to that.
It might be better in a different city. Unless somebody else starts it.
Wait, Lilavati, isn't like your mom or dad in charge of like the entire guard of the town?
My dad. Yeah, and he's pretty up there.
Wouldn't it be funny if your dad arrested old Belenor?
Oh, that'd be hilarious!
And then you had to come like bail me out and be like, oh, that's the guy I've been traveling with.
That wouldn't be embarrassing at all in my hometown where I do business.
Again, I should lay off the wine. All right, you guys carry on.
Maybe a little bit.
There's wine too. Like got
some?
a punch glass. Oh, that's okay.
All right.
These flowers are really nice. My cheeks are all like flushed.
Eglantine, do you want to dance?
That would be very nice. Thank you.
Let's go. And she'll loop her arm around Eglantine's and drag her off to the dance floor.
Eglantine feels so special.
How are you feeling?
I'm great. This is so nice.
Yeah?
It's so pretty here, and everybody's been really nice.
I'm glad you're having a good time. I was a little concerned. I think these things can be a little intimidating, honestly.
It definitely is. Definitely is. But it's just really nice. I mean, I always get to see people like coming and going from these kinds of parties, and now I get to be at one, and I kind of wish I had time to like get my own dress. This was my sister's, not mine. I think mine would have been prettier.
You're wearing it well, though.
Thank you. If we ever meet Kerrigan at the university tomorrow, don't tell her I said that, though.
Absolutely. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you.
Have you met anyone here? Anyone interesting?
Well, I danced with somebody earlier. I don't know if you saw that was pretty nice. You were busy dancing yourself though with
Yeah.
Arthur, I saw.
Yes.
You're keeping his dance card full.
I wasn't. He kept asking. How are you supposed to tell him no?
It's true.
He's delight.
How was it?
Have you just danced with the? Sorry, if you just danced with the one person?
Oh yeah, just for now at least. And then I met our new friends, Kieran, who I think might be coming along with us tomorrow, I guess, by the sound of it.
Well, he's never been to a library before. It's always fun to show people something new.
Yeah, he did mention that, and I mean that's gotta be fixed.
I agree. Speaking of things that have to be fixed, I think you should try to meet some more people, get your name out there, and dance with some more people.
Oh, maybe. I'm not super good at dancing, if you can't tell. I've probably stepped on your feet like a couple of times already.
You're not bad at it, you just need some more practice. These are the kinds of places that you get practice.
I suppose. It's a little scary, though.
I would not have pegged you for the type of person to be afraid of this sort of thing. You seem very brave, typically.
Oh, well, thanks. That means a lot. I don't know, it's different to read about these things and like what you're supposed to do at parties and to like practice with, my tutors and, my brothers and stuff. But when you're like actually at a party and you need to like talk to people and dance and stuff, it's a lot.
I understand that. If you want some more low pressure practice, my mom and dad are over there. They are both excellent dancers and would be happy to show you the ropes and maybe even introduce you to some people.
Oh, that could be nice. I've not met your parents, actually.
Well, I might be biased, but I think they are wonderful.
Well, I'm sure they are, because I think you're pretty great, so...
Well, that's very sweet, Eglantine. I also wanted to ask you something while I have you.
Sure.
And speaking of being brave earlier, I just want to throw out there, if someone comes up to you and maybe does something that is difficult and vulnerable, just think about what they're saying, consider it, don't be too hasty. Because those kinds of things are hard to talk about.
Okay.
Just planting a seed in case something happens.
All right. That seems strangely specific, but...
I've seen lots of people make brave choices tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue.
Okay. Well, I'll try to keep it in mind.
All right, I hope you do.
I'll try. I promise.
I believe you. And she will keep dancing with Eglantine till the end of the song. And give her a big spin at the end.
No. I love it.
She'll wander back over.
I will probably follow Lilavati's advice, and I'll just go introduce myself to her parents, at least. I don't know if I'll ask them to dance, but I'll go introduce myself and see how it goes. Eglinton's got to go one step at a time.
I forgot both your parents' names.
Whoa.
Mr. and Mrs. Lagat.
Yeah.
No, they're right here. Yes, that's right.
Mr. and Mrs. Malort.
Lareva and Nihal.
Nareva and Nihal. Okay.
And Nihal?
Mm-hmm.
Nihal.
Yeah, they...
Nihal. I can spell a 5-letter word.
They see you coming and break off a conversation with a beautiful dark-skinned woman with sleek, elaborately styled black hair, and they excuse themselves and step over to greet you. And Mrs. Lagat steps forward and says, "Hi, I saw you dancing with our Leela earlier. Are you a friend?"
Yes, hello, Mrs. Lagat. My name is Eglantine Penrose. I'm a friend who's been traveling with Lilavati for past couple weeks.
Well, it's just wonderful to meet you, my dear. It's so good to see Leela with friends.
Oh, it's been really nice getting to know her. It was a shame that I had to leave the city before we ever really met.
Yes, I hope that had you met in this circumstance, you still would have been friends.
I'd like to think so, at least. It's been really nice, just getting to spend some time together, and she was such a wonderful dancer.
Yes, our Leela is lovely. She's very talented. She looks like she's bursting with pride.
Oh, I love Lilavati's mom. She's great.
It's just Randy.
No.
I love Lilavati like Randy and Molly.
Wow, we're running Alex through like a whole roller coaster of emotions tonight, everyone.
And a day.
This is actually, Lilavati suggested that, since she was such a great dancer, maybe, since she learned from you, maybe you could help teach me a little bit. This is kind of my first, big party, and...
She looks thrilled. Of course. Oh my gosh, I would be happy to. All right, come on, here. So, I assume as you were raised a Penrose, you know the correct etiquette on accepting a dance?
Oh, yeah, of course. And I'll, do, the little, curtsy that I probably trained doing a fucking ton in, all kinds of different outfits.
Okay, she echoes it, and offers a hand.
Okay, I will take it, and I'm just, super nervous, because Eglinton's also kind of still, buzzed for, one of the first times, so she's like, this is a lot.
It's all right, dear, just relax. Dancing is supposed to be fun.
Okay.
Chin up. Shoulders back. And here we go. And she leads you into the dance.
And I will try to not make a fool of myself.
She is extremely graceful. Leela clearly learned quite a lot of dancing from her mother, and she, every so often, she'll nudge you gently to straighten your back or shift your footsteps and be like, no, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. All right.
You're really not bad at this. You're just nervous.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I feel like I'll never be able to stop counting it in my head.
Oh, we've all been there. It just takes a little practice. Watch your hand. You don't want to twist your ankle.
Okay.
There
I
you
don't
go. And
really wear these shoes a lot either.
No, yes. It takes a bit of getting used to.
Especially with all this traveling we've been doing. I mean, wouldn't be able to do that dressed like this, that's for sure.
No. High heels, they are lovely, but they are not for adventuring in.
Oh. Did you travel, like Leela is right now, or?
I did. I traveled widely in my youth. I work as an ambassador, so I've been very far in my time.
What's one of your favorite places that you've been?
One of my favorite places. Let's see. Well, the city of Vasaresh is always lovely in the spring. The dwarven capital in the ice flats is some incredible architecture, although not nearly as much sunlight as I would like.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Those sound great, though. If I ever get the opportunity, I'll make sure to go there, too.
Yes, I'd recommend it. Although, do be careful. If you ever set foot on the ice flats, the war rages on.
Oh? Is that something that you deal with a lot with your work?
Yes, I liaison with the drow contingent a fair amount, and constantly striving for peace, very rarely ever finding it.
Oh, well, I'm sure if there's anyone who can, it will be you.
You're very kind. I see why my daughter likes you.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay. Yes, there we go. Excellent. And she leads you through the rest of the dance. She's a good teacher.
Oh, I love Mama Lagat.
As the dance comes to close, the music actually stops, and you hear a voice clear its throat, and it is amplified in this room. It's unusually loud, and it is coming from the balcony. You turn, you look up to the balcony, and you see two people. These are the Andoran couple, Lady Malin and Lord Arcturus Andoran. They are both dressed in bright crimson, very elegant. The Malin has a thick series of gold studded with rubies, and she has rubies in her hair. They're both older. They are halfling. Sorry, half-elf. The Malin is a half-elf. I can read my notes. And Lord Arcturus is human. And it is Lady Malin who is speaking. And she's holding glass, and she taps it, and this clear ringing sound goes out, and everybody falls silent and turns. And she smiles. She's very beautiful in a sort of severe way. Thank you all for attending the annual welcoming of Spring Dance. It is so wonderful to see you here. On this occasion, we are thrilled to introduce our youngest daughter, Lorena. And she gestures to Lorena, who smiles, blushes, kind of waves shyly at the crowd. Here is to another wonderful year. And she raises her glass. Before she can drink, however, you hear a rushing sound. And all the candles and glowing floating lights near the ceiling flicker. And there is a murmur through the crowd, and this does not appear to have been part of the plan, because Malin and Arcturus actually look around, confused, surprised, a little nervous. Malin says,
I take out my vial of plankton, which I also have on me at all times, and shake it up.
Oh my god.
I hope it's the right vial.
It's a soft light.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate to interrupt, but I think the stream cut out for like a minute, so could you repeat the last little dramatic thing that happened real quick? At least it did for me, I'm not sure about the audience.
All the lights flicker. Malin says, if everybody could just stay calm, and several people around the room are doing the same as you are. The lights have all come back on. They just snapped out for a moment, but some people are casting their own lights. You see security around the place pulling out swords and shields, and a few people conjuring magical weapons, looking around nervously. Everyone doesn't seem scared, mostly because they don't seem to really believe what's happening. Amanda says, I'm sure it's nothing, but she does not sound certain. And you actually see Azalea, who is also on the balcony, straighten, and she's looking around with a frown. I don't know what that is. If everyone could just be still for a moment. And the lights flicker again. And
Casting light.
Okay, you cast light.
Yeah, same. Just on my pendant.
The security personnel circle the Andrins, and you see hired security pushing people behind them, pulling out swords. The problem is nobody knows where to look, so everyone ends up facing either the doors or the windows. And,
Casting Zephyr Strike as well.
I'm gonna just light up my tattoos just for like a soft like glow around me.
Okay. And as everyone's backs are turned, facing the doors and windows, up on the balcony, you see 6 jets of swirling black light come down from above and coalesce into a series of shadow men.
Oh no.
However, they don't attack you. They turn, and you see Azalea lift her hand as if she's about to cast a spell, her lips forming words, but before she can react, the 3 of the shadow men grab Dora Andrin and somebody else, somebody you can't quite see in the chaos. And you hear the beginning of a scream before it's abruptly cut off and all 8 figures disappear.
All right, I hate to try and like stop your awesome DM plan here, but because of Zephyr Strike, I can move 60 feet a turn. Does that?
They're on the balcony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could
get,
like run enough and like jump up there.
You could maybe get to the foot of the stairs.
All right,
but...
I'll be at the foot of the stairs.
Yeah. Okay, you run to the foot of the stairs, but it is too late. There is a swirl of shadows and what sounds like glass breaking, and there shockwave. Actually, everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, something I'm good at. Yes.
Don't say it. Don't say that. Nat 20.
2.
17.
19.
Eglantine's like looking around for her dads now that there's like weird stuff happening. Just concerned.
9.
18.
Okay, Bellinor and Eglantine are knocked off their feet. And when you get your wits about you enough to look back up, there is an empty space on the balcony where several people used to be, and they are now gone.
Can I use a key point for Step of the Wind to try to speed over and jump up there and see if there's any trace left?
Sure.
So this is Thunder Step, right?
Is that, I think...
Well, Step of the Wind is something
monk
else.
thing.
That's a monk.
No. I'm talking about what they just did to us.
Oh, we don't know.
yeah, it was something like that.
In that case, me being a former background, I would be able to recognize that and know that they couldn't have gotten far, I guess.
Well, you didn't hear a clap of thunder. It was something similar. It was some kind of teleportation magic that resulted in a shockwave, but you aren't sure.
Whoa, I got a feature. I has a feature, sorry. I remembered it because I'm like, wait a minute. I have a thing. Primeval awareness. You can expend 1 ranger spell slot to sense whether any... Wait, no, wrong one. No. Detect portal. Once per short rest as an action, you detect the distance and direction to the closest plane or portal within 1 mile of you. I'm going to use that ability.
Okay, nothing.
Damn it! Finally remember my features.
Sorry. It's not a portal.
Can I just do like an Arcana check or something to see if I can figure out what spell they used or what effect it was or something?
Yes, you can try.
18?
Okay, it wasn't a spell. It was something very similar.
Okay.
Perhaps it could have been achieved by some sort of magic item, or it might just be an ability that they had.
Okay, right. And that wasn't a particular ability we saw them use earlier, though, right? Like,
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So Kieran is going to kind of take off, and he's much faster than you think he might be. He gets to the bottom of where the balcony is, takes his spear out, crashes it down onto the ground, and it extends into a normal spear height, and it pushes him up onto the balcony.
Okay.
And he's he wants to look around to see if there's any sort of clues as to what happened or where they went.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. 14.
No, I mean the floor is smooth. It's glossy marble. There's no marks or anything on it.
And there's nothing above either.
No.
I'm gonna start running and try to get onto the roof.
The roof?
Yeah, for a better vantage point.
Actually, there are guards flanking the doors and windows, and they're not letting anybody leave.
Okay, well.
I would just like to see, especially since I was just looking at the balcony, who exactly is missing.
I have a list of people who are missing, and it is somewhere. It sure is. Give me a minute to find it.
Is it just all the Andorans, or...
No, there are... Malin and Arcturus are still up there, as are a handful of the other Andorans. Hold on.
Okay.
I wrote it down, I swear.
Is Azalea gone?
Azalea is still there.
Okay.
So Adora was taken?
Dora is gone. Hold on.
That was their daughter, right?
Yes, that is one of the Andorans. But all the other Andoran are children. All the other Andoran children are still there. Okay. Actually, I lied. Azalea's not there. She's gone.
Oh, okay.
The Triton woman who you saw speaking to the Penroses earlier is gone. And as you look around, you realize you see neither Cornelius or Mrs. Legat.
Oh, and I was like just with her too.
Yeah.
I would actually like to use my primeval awareness. As an action, you spend 1 ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level of slot, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are present within 1 of you, or within up to 6 miles of terrain, which I am not. This feature doesn't reveal the creature's location. I would just know, like, if they are around.
You sense one undead presence.
At the party?
It seems a little bit distant.
Oh, wait, I don't...
Yeah, you don't know precisely where. There's one undead creature somewhere.
Oh,
you're a zombie.
There's an undead somewhere around here. Just kind of looking around.
I want to make my way over to my friends, I guess, because if I've noticed Lilavati's mom is missing, I'll want to tell her that. Be like, did anybody see what happened? I was just with your mom, Lila, and she's gone. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but
What do you mean she's gone?
She was right next to me, and now she's not there. I got knocked down, and then she wasn't there when I stood back up. I don't see her. I thought maybe she came to get you.
Lila is just gonna take off through the crowd. She's calling her, like, her mom. Mom! And she's going off in the direction that she saw her last.
And I'm, like, going off calling for my dad's in, like, a different direction, pretty much.
I'm gonna...
Is fucking Arthur still here?
Arthur's still there.
I'm gonna go talk to his bitch ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in Viva Lati's direction to use, like, my abilities to track to try and help in this terrible moment.
I misspoke earlier, by the way. Dora is not an Andoran, she is an Aradirci.
Okay. Oh
Many
my
names.
lord. Oh
Okay.
my lord. I'm sorry. I'm losing track of them all now.
I'll write it down and send it to you guys.
Yes,
I've got
please.
like notes somewhere, but I'm too in character right now.
Giles is now sending Pip like everywhere he can think of to try to look for the missing people or any signs of the people that took them. The Shadow Men.
The Shadow Men are gone. There is no sign of anybody who has disappeared.
Kieran's basically just checking with the people who are left on the balcony to make sure everyone's all right.
Yeah, no one was hurt.
I'm gonna run up to Arthur. And I'm gonna be like, "Are you okay? I know you're a very important person. I came to check on you as soon as I heard."
I'm fine. I don't know what happened.
Well, I just hope you are okay. You don't know anything? You didn't see anything?
There were these shadows, and Dora screamed, and then she was just gone.
Alright, well, please let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I know you're very important. I am so relieved you are okay.
Thanks. And he actually then just brushes past you to his little sister, and is making sure she's okay. She looks very shaken. She's crying.
So it was Cornelius, you said, who was missing?
Yes.
All right. So Eglantine's looking for her dad's, and she'll start freaking out if she finds out her dad is missing too.
Yeah, you find Lysander. There's a slight bruise on his eye where he was knocked over, but otherwise he seems fine, just very panicked.
Yeah.
Mara looks extremely upset because it was her job to protect them, and
right. Yeah, I was gonna ask where she was. Like, Dad, do you know what happened?
I didn't see it. The lights flickered, and then there were the shadow men on the balcony, and then that noise, and then when I looked up, he was gone.
Oh, well, they can't get too far, and whatever that was, it wasn't anything I've read about, at least, or nothing I know. So it can't.
I didn't recognize it either.
It can't be too far. Mrs. Legat is missing too. Lilavati's looking for her now.
Zaya's gone.
I don't know what to do. They're not letting us leave yet. I'll just reach out and sort of healing hands the bruise on my dad's face so that it's healed.
It fades away.
Like, I think my friends are trying to find out what happened. Maybe they found something.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Keep looking. I'll look as well.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Dad. I promise. I'm gonna trot back over and I'll like call up to Kieran and be like, "Did you find anything?" Kieran's muted.
Oh god dang.
You're nude.
I don't know. He's looking around. He kind of grips the balcony, leans down. There is nothing here. It's almost as if they were never here in the first place. No one up here is injured. There is just nothing.
Oh.
Did anyone see what happened? And he's turning back to the people, like the people on the balcony, to ask exactly what they saw, basically.
You get basically the same recounting as everybody else has given you. The lights flickered, the shadow men appeared, and then there was a noise. Most of them fell over. A few stayed on their feet. And when they looked back, Dora, Mrs. Legat, Zaya, and Cornelius were all gone.
No, Eglantine, there's nothing I can find up here. And he's gonna kind of vault back down to the ground.
Okay, I don't know where to go next. Are they still not letting anybody in or out?
They are starting to let people leave, but they are searching everybody thoroughly before they let them go.
I want to put up detect magic. I know this is a long shot, but she's hoping maybe something happened and then they're just invisible and she'll see like some weird illusion spots or something.
Okay, you try detect magic. There's a shit ton of magic in this room right now, but most of it is party tricks. Spells to make lights and to make the butterflies flap and stuff and keep the plants fresh. There is a trace of some strange magic, maybe necromancy or conjuration. It's hard to say. It doesn't feel like a spell. It feels like something different.
Would I have any idea what that might be?
It reminds you a little bit of Dimension Door.
Interesting. It's not like a trail that's leading somewhere. It's more just like a old
This
magic
happened
sort of.
here.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, she wants to go find her dad, find Nihal.
Okay. He looks dazed, but okay. Panicked. When he sees you, he grabs you and he hugs you tight. You feel his hands are actually shaking a little bit.
Dad, where's Mom?
I don't know. I don't know. She was dancing with your friend, and then, I mean, as soon as the lights flickered, I started looking for her, but I couldn't get to her in time, and then there was this figure in black, and then she was just gone.
You saw a figure next to her?
Yeah, human-sized, human-shaped, looked like a man, but that was all I could make out.
Okay. I don't know why anyone would want to take Mom. She's...
I don't know either. I mean, I can't think of any of her work that is any more attention-grabbing than normal, and she has very little connection to any of the others who have disappeared.
Would they be trying to hurt you?
I mean, it's always a possibility, considering my position, but I can't think of anything. I mean, I'd say it was an Aradirci, but Dora is gone as well.
Well, that could be just to lead people off the trail, and she would be fine.
And
Okay.
you turn and look. You see the Aradirci seniors. They are shouting, stamping. They look furious. The matriarch Morozova Aradirci is standing imperiously a few feet away, just dressing down some of the security. She's not shouting, but you can see by the thoroughly cowed look by the people around her that she is pissed.
Real quick, how many people were taken total?
4.
4.
I have 5. Dora, Azalea, the Triton woman,
yeah, 5.
Saya, Cornelius, and Lareva.
I keep forgetting Azalea. I don't know why.
I have a suspicion. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to, I guess, Valinor. Valinor? Listen, I'm a bit worried. Those were the people that we saw, earlier today, right?
That was my thought, yes.
Those were all people that we talked to at the party, and we didn't talk to everyone.
That is true. You are very smart.
You guys didn't talk to Zaya either, though.
Oh, that's true.
But we didn't talk to Zaya.
I'm still gonna throw out this theory. I'm worried that they're gonna hold them hostage so that they can get to us, because from what we could tell, they were bounty hunters, right? And they attacked us.
Yes, and it is a little strange that, now we have Kieran, but at the time there were 5 of us and 5 people were taken. It seems a little bit more than a coincidence.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they just take us if they could do that?
I think we proved ourselves too hard to take. And they did take 2 people that our party cares about. Perhaps that is their way of getting back at us. Do you have any leads of where they went or anything like that? I am still trying to do what I can, but I never was good at things. Go ahead.
I sent Pip everywhere I could think of. I sent him outside up to the roof. I didn't see anything.
Sorry, that sounded aggressive. I didn't mean it to sound aggressive. That is good. I was never very good at arcane stuff, so... Not that you are doing arcane stuff, I get it, but science either, so it is up to you all. I will do what is necessary, but I fear that my set of skills might not help us track this down.
I mean, I don't really have any... I have a bunch of spells that can, warn me if someone's coming or something like that. If I set that up in advance, maybe, but I don't know. It's too late. I can't really do anything.
I think it might be too late for that specific spell, but it would be nice if you set that up before we went to bed for the night.
That's fair.
We have to be proactive now. As soon as we find the trail, I am happy to go, though. Even if I didn't like the Penrose guy that much.
I'm just wondering what to do.
Okay, have you all reconvened with each other?
Yeah, I think so.
As you are all talking and theorizing, two people walk up to you. One is that same dark-skinned woman in a purple and gold gown, styled in the typical style of Taj Namani, that your mother was talking to earlier. And the other is a handsome young man in neat cream and beige clothes. And he has bright yellow eyes. The woman's eyes, actually, as you look closer, are this vivid amber that can't be human. And the woman says, "Excuse me."
Yes?
I am looking for a Lilavati.
Yeah? What about her?
I have something for her.
Okay. What is it?
Jaron. And the man reaches into a satchel he has and pulls out a scroll and hands it to you. And as you look at it, you see that it is this worn, yellowish parchment, and it is signed, it is sealed with a silver wax seal embossed with a eye. An eye.
I make aggressive eye contact with the two of them, and I will rip it open.
All right, that's where we're going to end it tonight. Actually, because I haven't actually written the content of the letter yet.
That's okay. That's a classic cliffhanger. I was going to say hangover, which is also classic. Anyways.
Also that.
Thank you guys so much. We will be back
Man.
next month, and hopefully I will be less exhausted and slightly more coherent. Better with the names. I swear I will write down all the names of the NPCs and send them to you.
Sounds good.
Well, you made like 600, didn't you?
I have
Yeah.
almost 70 NPCs that I had ready for tonight.
Jesus
I
Christ!
was only slightly exaggerating.
Jesus Christ! You're lucky if you get 5 in Steam spell.
Most of them have reoccurring roles, so they're gonna show up.
70 reoccurring NPCs?
I'm not
It
gonna remember
depends on
70
where you
names.
go.
Oh my
I don't know. AB
I don't
has a
know.
lot.
We're
Not
going
70.
to Desert Library.
These are just mostly
look,
the ones for Sylvana.
I get accruing a lot of NPCs over a campaign, but like 70?
I like it. I'm gonna
I
romance.
like it.
stand. I'm impressed because
Yeah, we're
Half
gonna
the
romance all of them.
I will romance half.
half the time I'm prepping, it's just me staring at my computer like,
Yeah, that's me.
you know what would be cool if they just tripped balls and their shit became real.
Worked for us.
Listen, there were a lot of people you could have talked to tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
I wanted to talk to my friends though.
I want to talk to my friend.
I got to dance with a halfling woman. That's all I cared about.
I love it.
I got to
ship
have
it.
I got to have my talk
She's
with Eddie's
married.
parents.
Yeah, that was nice.
But the only thing is Abby won't be happy because Eggy wasn't secretly standing there who heard the whole thing the whole time. That's the only thing that would have made it better for
Oh, I should have done that.
Abby.
dating sim expert Abigail.
Also-
You guys got one night of dating sim before it should hit the fan.
Yay!
Also, I've been watching Discord throughout the thing just to stay connected to y'all through there. And I saw that Abby has played like 3 dating sims since we sat down to play Elsewhere.
I will so much.
That's so good.
There's been so many different titles, and I love it.
Abby, I love Abby so much.
I love
We all
that.
love Abby.
Gross!
You've played 3 different dating sims since we started streaming, and we're telling our
Everyone.
audience this right now.
Yeah, we're telling all of the internet.
That's a likely story.
Yeah.
Sure,
Likely
Abby.
story, sure.
All right. Chris, you want to get us started with the signing
Yeah,
off?
sure. I am Chris. I play Bellinor here. I play Krukazel tomorrow on Steam Spell. We are gonna trip balls, kind of. And then I DM Dead Winter on Fridays, which Sam and Alex are a part of. We will be back from our week break this Friday, where our team of supernatural people will be doing a museum heist. So don't miss that. There's a dead body in a coffin. Come find out that's going on. So anyways, I also DM Agora's Bells every other Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the next one. And we are going to go find out what happened to King Jax's deity. So that's all I got.
All right, Megan.
Hello, I am Megan. Also about to be bye, guys. We're signing off. Yeah, if you want to hang out with me, next time to see me is tomorrow on Steam Spell. Like Chris was saying, I don't know if trip is the right word. We are going to be fighting a bunch of emotional ghosts, emotes.
Yeah, that sounds better than trip.
But, you know, even though Lucy is not the DM there, she's still going to be trying to kill us. So that'll be...
Alex gave me narrative control.
Yeah, you still have to send me that doc, by the way.
Shit, yeah, I do. Sorry.
No worries.
It's finals week over here, and I'm dying.
My outro is a reminder for Lucy to do her homework.
It's a PSA.
Yep. So yeah, coming out with us tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat station. It will be good times.
Sam.
Hi, everyone.
I was writing down that I needed to do my homework.
I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am SamWise_GameG here on Twitch. You will be able to also see me right back here tomorrow for Steam Spell, where I play Mixed Mouse. You can also see me next Wednesday in Agora's Bells. And on Friday, in City of Mist. Also starting next Monday, I will be here with the team of No Initiative for the first session of Wildmount, Daring and Divine, which is our new Wildmount set campaign. I'm really excited about it. I just got some finalized character art, and it looks fan-fucking-tastic. I can't wait for everybody to meet these characters. So that'll be Monday, and we will be back here for Elsewhere on Monday, June 1st. I think that's all I've got coming up that I can say right now.
Monday?
Tuesday.
Didn't I say Monday?
Tuesday the 2nd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tuesday the
yeah,
2nd.
sorry. Tuesday the 2nd. It's because I've got my own calendar set for Monday being the start, but my computer calendar has Sunday at the start of the week. So I did the wrong row count.
Okay.
Tuesday!
Our newest party member, Ryan.
Oh, hi. My name is Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at The Simulacre. You can find me here now playing the goofball doofboy Kieran Volk. Also, surprise, surprise, you can find me tomorrow on Steam Spell, where we fight Feels demons, playing Gray, the Tiefling Celestial Warlock. Besides that, I also do a thing on Twitter, not necessarily on Twitter, but you can get to me on Twitter, called Sims Character Creations, wherein I will compose a 1 to 1.5 minute theme for your D&D character, your podcast, your show, whatever you want. And it is super fun, and I look forward to working with anybody who wants music for their stuff.
Harry.
So I don't really have much of an outro. This is kind of my first toe dipping into the water in this whole D&D podcast thing. You will see me every month, but apart from that, I was not allowed to join Steam Spell because my big sister was mean to me.
What? I don't remember
Yeah,
it going
her
like
fault.
that.
Wait a minute.
I can
didn't
actually
even know
confirm
you.
that when we were looking for cast members, we were like, not Harry. Yep.
That's what they said. They said, hey,
I
definitely not you.
specifically
Is it
said.
Alex, Chris? You
I
put Harry in the
specifically
game.
said
I'm
no,
out.
Harry.
All right, Alex.
Hi, I am Alex. As you've heard me say multiple times, I am sorry for my character's strange behavior tonight and my own strange behavior because I have had a hashtag day TM. Thank you for coming here and helping me make it better for me. So things, as many of our cast have mentioned, I'm the DM of Steam Spell. That's coming up tomorrow. So it's not necessarily like their trip came to life. They're like basically their most traumatic and deep memories have come to life and are trying to kill them. So it's like a giant like allegory symbolism thing. So it's going to be a great time as people's emotions are just destroyed. Also, you may have been in our Discord, you may have poked around a bit, but this is the first official announcement that I'm going to be making about within about a month. I don't have a hard start date. I'm going to be DMing another campaign because I am fucking insane. And it's going to be science fantasy. It's going to be wild. The world is an artificial place, and it is going to be called Perilous Sun, the Haunted Warren, and it's gonna be like a 8-week ordeal. It's gonna be great. I'm thinking like Space Hulk meets System Shock meets Castlevania. So yeah, that's that. You should check it out when it happens.
I'll also be in that. There's my announcement. Yeah.
Right. Obviously, I am the DM of Elsewhere. You can find me on Twitter at BluebirdDraws. I play in Steam Spell. It is my character's trauma that is doing this to us, and I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I also play in Agora's Bells, and I run Clockwork Hearts, which is Chromatic Chimera's podcast affiliate. We had our first session on Saturday, and it was super fun. It will be released next Wednesday, and it will be coming out every other week. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Hope you had as much fun as we did. And we'll see you, most of us will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and let's go raid Zweihander RPG.
But not Harry.
But not Harry.
All right, good night, y'all.
Thanks, everyone.